Hello, chat. How we doing? Good morning. Happy Sunday morning to one and all. Hope you guys are doing good. Anytime, brother. Don't have to worry about that. Oh, that's the wrong image. There we are. Hello, chat. Hello. How's everyone doing? Hope you guys are doing good. So, before we get jumping on to today's video, I just want to say this video is sponsored by STC Productions. That chap over there? Over there? No? Yes, there. You will see that chap over there, the Lightning Soldier, totally, completely, legally distinct, is in fact being sponsored. He is the champion prize, so whoever ends up winning the finals will get an 18mm resin printed cast sculpture of this wonderful, beautiful baby boy, complete in all his glory. This is also sponsored by Spectora Imperialis. Spectora Imperialis is a massive community project of Warhammer 40k content creators coming together to bring you nearly hour-long feature films on some of your favorite Warhammer 40k events, with the Fall of Cadia being the first one coming out next week, Friday, 7 p.m. Dutch time. Hopefully, that is subject to change, though. So, it is what it is, though. But thank you to those awesome guys for sponsoring. And yeah, you may indeed hear a certain familiar voice chasing some orcs, maybe. Just saying, a little bit. Oi. And yeah, as always, if you guys wish to support, you can $1 vote for who you think is going to win, and then $5 for a custom message to any player whatsoever, and I myself will read it out. And if you spend $20, you're going to put someone in the cum jar. Hoping for a good game. Might not keep chatting, but will definitely stick around to the end. Look, dude, I appreciate that, brother. Halfman, you don't gotta worry about that. You being here, more than enough, Chief. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Yeah, but yeah, let's get cracking on into it, chat, and meet our players and start with setup. Greetings, semi-finalists.
Yeah, hello. Hello.
How's everyone doing today? How we feeling, lads?
Ready for violence.
Violence. Coffee,
Yeah.
very good. Coffee is great. I myself had a spiced latte. Quality. Coffee is good. Especially if you use good quality coffee. Like, chat, if you guys are going to splurge on anything, splurge on good quality coffee. Alright, the difference between good coffee and bad coffee, terrible.
Yeah. I mean, coffee's terrible in general.
And just black coffee with a shot of milk is all you need.
No,
You know
coffee's
what?
just terrible.
I can understand that. Well, Brad, maybe when you grow up, you'll be able to handle coffee.
Yeah, just stop living off energy drinks and nicotine.
Don't forget the one Dorito.
Special.
The one Dorito.
The
You just
college
need
special.
nicotine, no sleep, and sheer willpower. Let's go.
I mean, it's one of those things where if you have no sleep and you bang out an energy drink and some crap food, you're either going to feel right as rain or you're going to feel like death. There is no in between. You either feel good, like, yeah, I can crack on, or I want to fucking commit severe acts of ill will against myself. There's no in between.
I only need to feel right as rain for 1, maybe 2 matches, so let's go, baby.
Pog. Alright. So let's get started up with the setup. We have our first match of the day, which is Supreme Patriarch Malthusar Gelt, aka Finn, who's helming his Death Watch, versus Doge Hammer and the God Imperialis.
Yeah.
Alright, so which one of you two gentlemen will be hosting?
I don't have the maps, but if you can send those to me, then
No, it's fine. I can spawn those in for you.
Okay, sounds good.
Finn already has a thing open. Do you want to try and connect into his?
Sure. Can you just send me an invite?
Will do.
So who we like in here, chat? God versus Deathwatch. Lovely. If I could get a promotion, please and thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you. Well, there we go. A little bit on the slow end, but she'll get her done. Don't worry.
Oh boy.
The winner kick. I'm here because Doge bullied me into it. Very good.
Yeah, you're damn right.
Ever heard of the
I'm
music
gonna force
genre
all
called
of you to.
Flick? My favorite songs from it would probably be The Phoenix and Dawson's Christian. You guys ever heard of Flick? I've never heard of it personally.
No.
Right, something to look into. All right.
Sounds dirty.
It does.
Sure, we're talking about music.
I mean, depending on what kind of music. But, ladies and gentlemen, D6, let's see what map we're playing on. Before I roll, gentlemen, which map are you hoping for?
The one where I get to deploy in the corner and hide my basilisks away. Whichever one that is.
Well, that's the mission type, sir. In terms of deployment, we have map number 4. Map number 4.
That is
Alright.
a scary Stormlord.
Alrighty, let's load this
scary
bad boy in. The Stormlord only has AP 1, which is upsetting to me.
What
Still,
only has
20
AP1?
shots are still 20 shots.
Oh,
Yeah, it
but-
only shoots 20 times though. So
Still,
It's one of
though,
those
bro,
things.
that's...
It's a give and take because they buffed up the toughness for just all the Baneblade variants from 9th to 10th. But yeah, they took away that -1 AP from the Vulcan Mega Bolter, and it hurts. It used to
does,
just
dude.
chew through Marines.
I mean, it has the same power as a bolt rifle.
That gets to shoot 20 times with sustained hits and lethal hits.
Still, though,
Yes.
man, that's
And damage
upsetting.
too.
All right, got everything in.
Let's see what mission you gentlemen are playing
No,
on.
okay. Lord Kommissar Freitod. You know that
Yeah, I
Freitod
just-
just means is a fancy word for suicide.
Okay, then.
Not intentional, chat.
We will.
I,
That's enough of that.
That's
I'm
what,
gonna,
that's
I'm
what,
gonna, I'm
what,
gonna change. I'm gonna change the name. I did not
That's what
create
Goethe
the mod,
used
chat.
for describing that. I think. it was
That's
Goethe, yeah.
that's enough of that. That's enough of that. We're moving on. YouTube do not like. YouTube no like.
I'm
YouTube
just-
angry.
I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry.
I'm just gonna say, in me and Doge's first game, that's what his commissar did.
All right, but right. Mission number 1: take and hold. Chilling Rain. Search and destroy.
Ah, nothing else, but
It can hold. Search
no
and
secondaries to
destroy.
worry about.
There is secondaries.
Right? Doesn't Chilling Rain mean no secondaries?
I don't. Does it?
Oh, am I mixing it? Oh, I think I'm mixing it up.
No, I don't.
Might be. Yeah.
Chilling Rain means that there is no other things than the standard.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So basically, just like there's fuck all else happening because you're out in the rain. All right, and search and destroy. That is yes, the good old corner map.
Yes.
So we need to measure out 9 inches from the center and then you guys deploy in different corners. We have top right corner and bottom left corner. I did that the opposite way around, but it is what it is.
All right. Any preference on what side you start on?
No.
Doesn't matter to me.
That
Yeah,
is
it's pretty much identical both sides.
well. Actually, we decide that by rolling for deployment.
Cool.
So not that it would really matter, but yeah. So, gents, if we could roll for deployment.
Yeah, getting my dice in the center. 4.
Let me quickly. Zack. 6.
Nice.
All right, Mr. Phineas, which one would you like, sir?
I'll take this one.
Alrighty.
Which
And-
corner were you taking?
All right, gents, if you could please come over here, and time to pick your secondaries.
Yeah. Oh,
Why do I have these in my inventory? 1 second.
All right, Mr. Doge, that's your first secondary. What is that, sir?
let's see. That is
Cleanse.
cleanse. Yeah.
All right.
So
Would you
one
like to
objective
keep that,
marker cleanse,
or would you like to burn
VP.
it?
Fixed missions or 3 VP if you use the tab mission. I'm just reading through it. 2 more objective markers cleanse. Missions. You know what? I'm gonna redraw that then if I got the option.
Yep.
Let's see. Storm hostile objective. Awesome. I had this one last time. It's familiar. I'll take it. I just gotta push him off of an objective, basically.
Okay, you got one more left.
Considering how many
Alright.
bodies you got, won't be that hard.
We'll see. They die pretty fast.
I mean, yeah.
Assassination.
Assassination. All right. Yeah, I'll keep it. Let's go.
All right, Finn.
Yep. First one is investigate signals.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah, I'll keep it.
All right, your second one, sir. Behind enemy
Behind
lines.
2 or more units. I'll keep it as well.
All right, awesome sauce. And the objective markers are here. So as always, there is one over here in the middle. Considering that the last time we played this match, there was some issue with the objective markers being on the containers, we will be amending that ever so slightly. 2 of them will be adjacent to the containers, while 2 will be on the containers.
Cool.
So we will put one here that will be on the container. And we will put one here
Lock
that is not on the container, in fact. Here, one will be on the container. And the final and 5th one will be not on the container. The issue being is that there was a bit of an issue scoring primaries because you have to climb all the way up to get there. So this just makes it slightly easier.
Jump infantry, please step forward.
Amen.
No kidding.
All right, but there we are. As always, gentlemen, remember there is a 9-inch circle from the center, and then we have your 2 corners. Mr. Finn, which corner did you pick, sir?
Well, one on the bottom left.
One on the bottom left. All right. So, Mr. Finn, you are deploying first. Once your deployment is finished, gentlemen, you will roll for your initiative.
Cool.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. All the best. Good luck, and let's see who goes to the finals.
Hell yeah.
I would
Yeah,
ask you,
brother.
gentlemen, to please move to the first game, VC.
Yes.
GG,
All
have
right.
fun.
Good luck. Have fun, gentlemen. Also, Mr. Micah. Hello, sir. How are we?
Doing just fine. Just wanted to pop in. Wasn't sure if I needed to be here or not, so I just wanted to pop in and say hello and make sure everything's going smoothly.
You are always welcome, sir.
Guest commentator right here. I'm put my vote in.
Just very good. Mr. Trevy, sir, your game is only for 2 players. Trev?
He muted up.
Yeah, it should be good now. Although I did
Alright,
spawn
okay.
a go board by accident.
No problem, Chief.
You need a good go board sometimes, you know?
Mm-hmm. No, that's fair. Alright, let's see if I can connect to this now. Alright, very good. If I could get the promotion, please and thank you, sir. Alright, very good. Let's load in the table. So, which map are you gentlemen looking forward to?
Anyone that gives me advantage.
You are playing Grey Knights. If anyone can win, it's Grey Knights.
I mean,
if I'm to be any site of this, I would personally think it would be map. Let's see, memory serves. I'd probably say either map 2 or map 3.
Warpsonias. Or I think it's Trainer. Alright. Let's see what map you gentlemen are playing on. Map number 1. Now wait for map number 1. This is Training Day, I believe. Yep, Training Day. All right, let's see what we are looking at in terms of the mission. Mission number 13. Purge the foe. Chilling Rain, Crucible of Battle. So Crucible of Battle, I believe, is the diagonal deployment, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's the corners.
Yeah, it is the corners. And Purge the foe. Should be somewhere.
No.
Over here. No, those are strats.
Make the buttons go up.
Where were that? Oh, I'll just read it here. A little bit on the difficult side to read. Oh, hold on. There we go. That's better quality. All right. In the second, third, and fourth battle rounds, at the end of the command phase, the player whose turn it is scores 4 victory points if they control 1 or more objective markers, and an extra 4 objective points if they control more objective markers than the opponents. In the fifth battle round, the player whose first turn scores VP as described above. The player who has the second turn scores VP as described above, but does so at the end of their turn instead of the end of their command phase. Ooh, okay, that will be a bit important. And then finally, at the end of each battle round, each player scores 4 victory points if 1 or more enemy units were destroyed that battle round, and an extra 4 VP if more enemy units than friendly units were destroyed that battle round. Ooh. Okay. So, very interesting bit of mission here. You guys score 4 VP for each objective you hold. You score up to a maximum of 8 per turn if you control more than your opponent in terms of objective markers. But moreover, you also score points based on how many units you kill, up to a maximum of 8. So theoretically, we're looking at least 16 from
points
that.
per turn.
Now, let's see what secondaries we get. Oh, let me do a little bit of flip here. Put those back in there. A little bit of a shuffle. All right, gents, if you could please come over here and choose your secondaries. All right, Mr. Trev, let's see what your first two secondaries are, sir. All right, we have capture enemy outpost and overwhelming force. All right, are you fine with those two, sir? He is muted at the moment, but I will assume that he is okay, and we can always come back to him. Anyway, Bradwick, your two, please, and thank you.
Cleanse and storm hostile objective.
All right, are you happy with those two?
No, I don't.
Oh,
want
that one's got to shuffle, right? Because that's
Yes, storm hostile
yeah,
objective.
can't do it turn one.
Yeah, it should say there. Cannot. Yeah, okay. So you have to repick that.
So I get this time. Engage on all fronts.
Mm-hmm. Are you happy with those two, sir?
Let me see. Yeah, right, that's fine.
Okay. Mr. Trev, are you happy with your two choices, sir?
Well, they're not great, but we might see if we new orders them later.
Mm-hmm. All right, gents. Before I leave you, if you could please roll for deployment.
Indeed. I got two.
Right. Give me a second. I got a one.
All right, Mr. Trev,
right.
you have one deployment. Which deployment side would you like to take, and are you going first or second?
Yeah, I will. I don't know if it makes.
So
huge
you have
difference.
this corner
I'll
or
just
this
stay
corner?
here. Yeah.
So you're
I'll
taking
stay on
this
this
corner?
side, and yeah. So I'll deploy first, I guess.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. Thank you very, very, very much. If you have any questions or anything whatsoever, you know where to find me. Let's see who makes it to the finals. Good luck and have fun, gents.
Indeed.
I will.
Good luck.
GG. I will kindly ask you, gentlemen, to move to the second VC, please, and thank you.
Yes, sir.
Good luck, lads.
God, I'm gonna need it.
Mr. Micah, sir, how are we doing?
Doing quite well, Mr. General Bradley. How are we this evening? Or morning, I should say.
Morning, very good, very good. For anyone wondering as to how we got this fancy new board, you have Micah and Trevy to thank for that. They actually play this game, and they know what the fuck they're doing. So
All we did was just make it easier.
very true, sir. So, Micah, what are we thinking here? Grey Knights versus Demons. I know we make the meme.
Up, well, again, the meme is strong for a reason. But having played against Trevy's Demons, it's going to be an uphill battle for those Grey Knights. Though, you can't knock those 3 Nemesis Dread Knights. And if a few good rolls go on either person's way, you're looking at a tough match no matter what. Personally, I got to favor Trevy's list simply because those demons there, the greater ones, are going to be pretty well protected so long as they stay near Be'lakor. So it behooves our Grey Knight player to advance in as much as possible to hopefully take out some of the weaker defendable models amongst the greater demons. So the Lord of Change, maybe Kyril's Fate Weaver. But I'd say the biggest one they've got to worry about is going to be the Great Unclean One, who
The Great
has
Unclean was
shown...
terrible. It's nasty to
Who
fight.
has shown... The 4-up Feel No Pain is a problem, along with its insane toughness and just the ability of just, well, holding its ground. It's definitely, it is definitely the tank.
The thing about Jew is, it's not like it's a slouch in melee either. If that thing,
No, it is not.
If that thing gets in melee, it's gonna fuck up. So you can't really ignore it. Because the classic thing with units like that, you ignore them, but it's difficult. Brad is gonna have to position very well in a way where he can try and get to some of the squishier targets, the Two Lords of Change in particular, because their shooting hurts. But Trevy, he always positions his demons in a way that they can always like help each other. So it's gonna be rough for him.
Good amount of synergy. So the hope is that Brad will be able to, as you said, get into good positions, because all those lesser demons, they're not going to be a real challenge to for the Grey Knights. I think the only ones that need to be watched out for will be the Pink Horrors, just because of their ability to split down into the blue and then to the Brimstones. Everything else there can just be wiped out with a turn.
Agreed. The Pink Horrors are basically just glue, though. They'll stuck up whatever they get into.
True.
So what I about Brad's list is that he has this paladin blob here. It's a small one, only 5, but those paladins have a special rule. If a unit's strength is higher than the toughness, they get a -1 to wound. So that means at most the Great Unclean will only be wounding them on 3s, and if he pulls out some stratagems, maybe he might even be able to get that to 4s.
Yeah, it's a similar ability that Lysander gives out to his squads as well. So it's applied across all paladins, which is a very nice thing. Making that all but guaranteed wound that much harder, because then it becomes the dreaded 2s. You fail on 1s, you fail on 2s, and that's just enough on the die to really make it count.
Like, anyone who's played like Custodians will tell you there's a big difference between a 2 and a 3.
Oh, we got a question coming in from the rookie, Quad 6 there, I believe it is. I thought they said Grey Knights weren't effective against demons last stream. Again, it's situational. Much like any...
No, go ahead,
If we were going lore-based, it's more in favor of the Grey Knights often. But in this particular case, yeah, you could see it going either way. It's just here, normally if the Grey Knights are dealing with a force like this in the lore, they'd have far more than what we see here. Though this is a powerful list as far as
very strong list.
Grey Knights go.
With Brad, though, what do you think about his list?
Well, he's got Crow there. Let's pull up his list and kind of go through it again, just to be thorough.
Oh, and COD is having a Warhammer 40k event.
Ooh.
Yep. Warhammer 40k partnered with COD. They also partnered with Power Washing Simulator. I am definitely going to stream that game. Power washing.
The power washing.
That's so good,
Definitely.
dude. I get to power wash a knight and a land raider, bro. I might.
And a Thunderhawk.
Oh yes.
Yeah. But let's see here.
Army
Epic Heroes. We have Castellan Crow, who is the chief, who is the leader of the Purifiers there. Let's see. We have a Grand Master, first in the fray with a Storm Bolter, Nemesis Thunderhammer most likely. Nemesis Dread Knight, Silencer, Heavy Psi Cannon, Nemesis Greatsword, along with another one with a Psi Cannon and Nemesis Daemon Great Hammer. So those are going to be the big bonk sticks.
Yeah.
That one in particular is.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, the Great Hammer in particular is going to be the big one here. They got the Dark Angels Primac wrong. I assume you're specific about GW there. No, yep, you are 100% right on that one, the rookie.
They got what? Wait, what? What?
So they So they debuffed the lion, and where beforehand his sweep was doing 2 damage, it now only does 1.
Are you kidding
So
me, bro?
they've effectively made it that much harder for him to take out Marines. He can
The
still,
Primarch
if
can't
all-
kill Marines, bro. That's
well, if he can get all of his attacks through, if it's a unit of 10, he can take out 8 of them if they all have 2 wounds. But yeah, his effectiveness has gone down quite a bit.
that's rough. That is very, very rough, bud. But one thing that I want us to point at is that we have seen is that when Brad can get that Grandmaster with the demon, so the Domina Liber Demonica, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that gives him a +1 to wound against demons or something of that effect.
Well, let's pull that information up just to be on the safe side again. We've got the list, as I said.
Yep.
But let's pull up that Grey Knight setup.
Daemon Liber Demonica. Let's see.
Green
what
and
we have
only.
here.
For each time the bear makes a melee attack, add 1 to the wound roll, and if it's a demon, add 1 to the damage characteristic as well. So you're upping the damage on there, and that particular is
Ooh.
given to the Nemesis Daemon Greathammer Lord. So you're looking at, well, let's just pull him up real quick. Grandmaster Nemesis Knight.
I think that makes it
So that
damage.
Daemon
That makes it damage 4
It's
if I'm not
D-
mistaken.
D6 plus 2 at this point. So at minimum, he's doing 3 damage. At maximum, he's doing 8 per swing. At strength 14, AP minus 3. The strongest toughness over there is going to be the Great Unclean One, if I recall correctly.
I think
that
that's
would
12.
be. So he's looking to hit wound on 3s with that.
But even though he gets a +1 to wound, so that could be 2s.
That is true. It would definitely be a 2 at that point.
So he also gets +1 damage against demons. So that means it's D6 plus. It's D6 plus
No.
3 or D6 plus 4.
It would be D6 plus 2 because it is naturally D6 plus 1.
Ah, okay, I see. Still though, D6 plus 2. So minimum 3 damage, average 6 damage on a 2.
Out of five swings, potentially a 6th, maybe 7th, depending on stratagems and
Maybe.
abilities, you will likely see minimum 32 to 34 wounds, and that's more than enough to kill any of the greater demons.
Except
And
for
that
the Great Unclean One. That 4-up.
The Great Unclean One
The
that
4-up.
4-up is going to be a problem. He has 20 wounds, so dealing through all the damage that would manage to go through, you have to get through the saves first. But if enough go through, and not enough of those saves go through, if you're lucky, yeah, you can 1-turn charge and get that sucker dead. But it's a question for sure.
It is a question. I think definitely you do not want to be. The Great Unclean One is not your primary melee target. For me, Be'lakor, getting rid of that shooting is going to be massive, but Brad doesn't really have that much of a heavy shooting list. He's more spec'd into melee a little bit. Or getting rid of the Great. I think for me, the Lords of Change are going to be the number 1 target. If I was playing him, those ranged attacks can chew up. Very nasty.
Well, considering that the generic or vanilla Lord of Change has a particular enhancement that increases not only the strength of the weapon but also the distance and power of it, if a certain pact is called, it will not be a great thing to have him or having it lie around for so long.
Yeah. I mean, every time, those Lords of Change so far seem to be the MVPs of Trevy's list.
Yeah, here it is. The Everstave. Normally adding +1 to strength characteristics of the ranged weapons and increasing the range of them by 3. But while in the Shadows of Chaos, it's 2 to attack, strength of the ranged weapon, and 6 inches extra. So that's giving his essentially his super smite and another psychic power of the Lord of Change, big old boost for just tearing through units.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's take a look at the board so far. We have, interesting though, Trevy deploying his demons. I'm surprised. I thought he would have put them behind cover, but doesn't seem to be like it.
Well, you got to remember from the map here that forest is in the way, the train is in the way, even with the size of the models themselves for the greater demons, it's still going to be terrain that right has to get through to really be able to deal with those demons. And if you also take a look, we haven't seen where the Lord of Change and Fate Weaver have gone yet.
True.
Plus, we also haven't talked about the sleeping beast that is Hellblade there.
The Shalaxi, the sheer amount of wounds she can pump out is absolutely disgusting.
Her biggest thing is, its biggest thing is getting into melee. The sheer damage just put out by only a few attacks alone is staggering. Range-wise,
not
as... No, but it's strong enough.
So what are you thinking here about deployment so far from the Grey Knights and Demons?
Well, the fact that he's deploying the... He's bringing the pink horse out in the back line.
That's the first time he's done this turn. Normally he keeps them as like a deep strike threat.
Well, the chariot's in a good position to zoom around to the side there, because it's true line of sight against the trains, so you can't see past them. So most of the little things will be protected, or at least get cover, or not be shot at. But...
Is it just me, or is he deploying his entire army? I don't see.
Might be.
I don't see Hellbane, but I don't think he has Hellbane's model.
No, Hellbane does have a model.
It does, but I don't see it. Let me go and find out what's going on with that real quick.
Each model that you have can't shoot me unless they're
Good day, sir.
models within 18.
So these two right here, I mean, these two being in his aura, meaning the entire unit cannot be shot.
Correct.
Mr. Trevy, good day, sir.
Hello. What's up?
I just wanted to find out. I believe you're mixing a Hellbane.
She's in reserve. Is my reserve's over here.
Yeah. There we are. All right, so this is your reserve pile. Okay, good to know.
Indeed.
All right, thank you, gentlemen.
No problem.
That's not
So-
100% agree with. Yes?
No, so it turns out that he just had his reserves in a different place. If you notice over here, the reserve.
of
So he
course.
has the Nurgling, 2 sets of Furies, and Hellbane.
We didn't look over to the reserves board. And...
The reserves
Looks
are
like,
in the reserve board.
which is where they're supposed to go, but... Nah... You don't have to use it, but it does help.
And that's true.
So fun fact too, when we get to the dice rolling, thanks to this particular board in question, both players have that small little window next to where the dice pad is.
Mm-hmm.
That allows us to see not only the player we're focusing on, but the opponent as well. So that way we'd see, for example, Trevy, who's rolling the red dice there. If he rolls anything for like saves and such, we can see it on that smaller screen.
Ah, that's handy. That is handy.
Yep.
So. Okay, what do we think so far about Grey Knights?
It's going to be a slog, no matter what. They're going to have to get in. They're going to have to shut down any and all damage being sent their way as quickly as possible. The biggest threats, of course, like we were beating to death here, are going to be those greater demons.
Mm-hmm.
The only other thing that will potentially hamper the Grey Knights here in their advancing would be the Pink Horrors zooming over and the Chariot kind of delaying them while they're still picked off by the ranged powers of those greater demons. Now, if the distance can be closed or somehow Bellacor's aura is not on them, the biggest advantage would be to take them out. But at the end of the day, it's point control.
Mm-hmm.
If you can get your points in, it doesn't matter if your army gets wiped at the end of the day. If you win just by that 1 or 2 extra points, it's a win.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it's going to be great to have that moral feeling of, yeah, I beat you, and I took your models out, and I didn't die. It's going to feel great, but it's not necessary anymore.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's completely true. So, guys, as for today, the games are starting at 12. We're slightly earlier here for this one, but that's all right. We can always count in that time. So we have the first opening moves here. Furies moving with their 12 inches right up against that train. We will come back to these guys in a bit when their movement is finished, but let's go and check on the other match. Imperial Guard versus Death Watch. What are we thinking about that there, Micah?
Well, what I'm thinking is, how are the Death Watch going to deal with that artillery?
That artillery is nasty. Not necessarily because the damage is nothing to sneeze at, don't get me wrong. What's worse, though, that -2 to move.
That's the biggest thing when it comes to the Earthshaker rounds from those Basilisks, is slowing down the opponents. And if, in particular, that 1 or 2 extra inches really stops the Death Watch from getting into range with whether it be their ranged weaponry or their hammer or melee gear, yeah, it's not going to be pretty.
So we have the opening bouts here. Stormlord, right up in center in here. We have a God Squad that has take aim as well as move. We have... he's actually interesting. He split up his basilisks. Good idea. Give more target prior. We have a Chimera here with more guardsmen with las cannons. More guardsmen, more Chimera. And then the Death Watch, we have a Proteus kill team here. We have 1 Predator here, another behind cover. Veteran squad here, another kill team here. And I believe... I don't see anything in reserve for the Death Watch player.
We can see a lot of models already off the field for Doge there, for the guardsmen. They're over by the dice roller.
I can see that. Yeah.
So
it seems like he's lost a squad in a bit. I mean, it's to be expected. He is playing God.
Now, the question will be when and where certain weapons get into range or are being rolled for.
Mm-hmm.
So like you said, the Basilisks have been split up, so 2 favoring in one corner and 1 by itself. It's good to separate them out. That way the opponent can't focus on all of them in one spot. So good move by Doge on that one.
Agreed.
And of course the massive variant of the Baneblade down there with the Mega Vulcan Cannon is nothing to sneeze at too. 20 shots. It's AP 0 though. So full saves unless stratagems are popped.
It's AP 1. Though if he pops if he pops a strat, then it will be full. First Terminator down.
That'll be big.
Mm-hmm. Basically, the Predators don't really have much to shoot at. I mean, you could shoot the Chimeras, but they're not really that important. What they want to get at is that Stormlord. I mean, 8 last cannon shots into a Stormlord, that's up in the sneeze at. Though I don't
The biggest
know.
question will be
Oh, go ahead.
the biggest question will be making sure to get both of them focused in on that Stormlord to be able to get those shots off. If any part of the terrain gets in the way, it'll make it that much more difficult to make that sucker go boom.
I don't think that's going to be that easy. Given the nature of the map, he'll definitely be able to get this Predator onto it. I don't know if he can get the second one into position.
Well, it's really going to come down to a lot of these shots here. Maybe perhaps we might see one of those Predators or both go kaboom before.
Maybe. He seems to be making good work of that Proteus kill team, though. 2 models down already. Also, he does have a countercharge threat in his Bulgrins. I think they're in the Stormlord, or maybe he might have put them in one of the Chimeras. But those Bulgrins are nothing to sneeze at. Like, they'll
No,
wipe the
they're
squad of Marines.
They are Marines plus, and if he's got the Bulgrin shields, not the slap
He has
shields,
a
he'll have-
mixture of brute shields and slap shields. So he has a 6-man squad, so 3-3.
Well, if he's got a mix, then that gives some of those Bulgrins 4 wounds. The others he got a 4 up invones. So a good little way of dealing with some of the damage that'll be sent their way. A couple of extra wounds to kind of soak up the damage and keep the Bulgrins going a lot longer.
A big thing too is that a lot of his melee threats are Thunder Hammer Terminators. And remember, guys, in 10th, Thunder Hammer's only 2 damage, and the Ogrins have a -1 damage in them.
Also, don't forget that it's no longer a difference between the hammers and the power fists, where before in 9th, power fists were AP -3 for 2 damage, and the thunder hammers were AP -2 for 3 damage.
Not gonna lie, I miss my 3 damage hammers.
I do too.
I miss it so much. Not as bad though, as they made Custodes with axes on 3s, dude. Why? Bro, the Custodes, man.
Well, we want to make it somewhat difficult for people to play against Custodes, because if we made them, according to the lore, nobody would beat them, except the Hollywood. Shut up, Dave.
I mean, it's one of those things. Like, I don't think people would mind, bro, if Custodes were lore accurate. Like, dude. If I could only bring 10 models to a Custodes game, I'd be happy. I ain't gonna hold you. I'd be fine with that.
It would definitely be a consideration too if those 10 to 15 models, let's say, had a win rate of at least 52. Not the best, but not down in the lower ends. And for that sheer amount, looks like you got a subscriber.
Yes, I did. Rebel of the Norum, 242. Thank you very much. Subscribers are not the same as Twitch as they are to YouTube, but I still appreciate you nonetheless, brother. So I think that the equivalent is members for YouTube compared to Twitch, which is subscribers. I mean, yeah, people have a lot of complaints about 10th, which is fair. I think it's safe to say people are not the biggest fan of 10th.
Tournament goers aren't. If this is a casual, let's just have some fun, it's a perfect game to get into it. But when it comes to more official tournament play, it's definitely been a lot of head scratching and bashing one's head on a table sort of feeling at times.
Yeah. For me, one thing about 10th that I do absolutely adore is the idea of universal rules.
Agreed. We've needed those ever since they took them away.
Yeah.
The mixed match that came from every codex with the exact same ability, but different verbiage, threw everything off.
Agreed. But some of their choices for the war gear, I am willing to commit heinous acts against GW for that. My
The
poor
fact
combi
that we-
weapons. My poor combi weapons.
Agreed. The fact that combi weapons have more or less been neutered. They no longer have
They're not combi
any...
weapons.
Nope. Not what we wanted before. Even if they try to sazz it up, it's still not a great weapon to run, in my personal opinion. If someone else has their
It just doesn't
has their
feel
own
good
thoughts on
either.
that. No. Doesn't
Especially
feel
like
right.
no, especially like I'm a Salamanders player myself. So my Stern Guard so my combi melter or my combi flame with Stern Guard, that felt good, right? And that was something that, it played into the strengths of a Salamander. But that's literally just gone now at this point.
They took the combis and made them all have like dedicated units. The Eradicators, Hellblasters, and Infernus Marines now.
But that was the whole point, though, of combis. It was like, you have a solid veteran bolt stat line, but then, hey, do you also need, like, flamers or melters? Sure, it's like 2-in-1. That's the whole point of a combi weapon. But now they just made it an anti-infantry gun, which is it just feels bad.
It does, because beforehand, that combi could be purely anti-troop, anti-armor, or anti-everything.
I mean, you could even make it like a mixture. Like, you could take, like, if you took a 10-man, you could take 5 with flamers, 5 with melters, if you wanted.
That was actually one of the old strats back in 6th edition.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, Mr. Micah over here has been playing 40k significantly longer than anyone here present. He actually knows what he's doing. Unlike a certain gentleman hosting a tournament. Hello, guys.
Well, I'm a bit rusty. I think a few of our players here are getting into the swing of 10th. I think, again, probably the biggest one here who's going to be rocking and very hard to go against will be Trevy, Tactical Tortoise.
Trevy is a seasoned tournament player.
Yes, he is. Regularly streaming over on Twitch and is definitely not one shy for having either some memes or having a list that can do the work.
Speaking of Twitch, go and subscribe over on Twitch to Mr. Micah, Mr. Trevy, YouTube as well. Everything linked down in the description. Good people, good chaps, and a good bit of fun. Go support them. So, from now, what we're looking at, we see a few wounds on the Death Watch. The thing is, though, this is actually a really good trade for God. 1 God squad to about 1 Marine. That's a good trade. Especially, those are Thunderhammer Stone Shield mostly.
I'd rather see more personally, but we're seeing most of the guns from probably a few things here. Definitely the Basilisks, but yeah, no, you've got a point. We are seeing several Marines going. I'd like to see at least 1 squad be wiped out, or one of those Predators taken care of.
I don't think
really
the
give
Stormlord
that
has shot yet. Can the Stormlord get a beat on the... He might... No, I don't know. Maybe he could. He might be able to.
It all depends on if that rampway next to the Predator straight ahead of it is considered cover. If it is partial cover, because you can still see the tank on the other side of it, then -1 will come to play. But if it is allowed to shoot and be able to put in all the weapons into the Predator, it might not survive with some good rolls.
Yeah, this does have twin las cannons on it.
So it's only got... The Predators have 1 twin las cannon and then have 2 side-sponsored las cannons.
No, I'm talking about the Stormlord. The Stormlord has twin heavy flamers, twin las cannons, the Vulcan Mega Bolter, and a heavy bolter, as well as a heavy stubber. Yeah, 4 las cannon shots into that'll take out a Predator. Also,
It definitely will.
We see over here these 2 units. I don't know if they've been placed into strategic reserves, because there is a stratagem that allows them to do that. But yeah, I don't Let me go and find out about that, actually.
All right.
Then let me.
Good day, gentlemen.
First of all, yes.
Hey,
Inquiring as to these two Death Watch squads of here.
What squads?
Here.
What about them?
Are they in strategic reserves?
Why would they?
Because they're off
Even
the...
these two.
Yeah, they're
these
off
two.
the...
I know they are
two,
deep
yeah.
strike. I put them in my teleportarium.
Ah, okay. All right. Very good. So these are in strategic reserves.
Yep.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Also,
I am
whose
going-
turn is it?
It's currently my turn too.
Turn 2. All right. So this is top of turn 2.
yes.
Okay. So these
And-
two units are indeed in strategic reserve. This is top of turn 2. So at the end of turn 1, light damage. The guard definitely got off better than most, I would say. We have 5 Space Marines compared to about 1 squad of Guardsmen. Guard definitely coming through, but not by much.
Like I said, I think the squad of guards going down, and the trade-off for that, in those 5 Marines, if that had been a single squad, I think it'd be a good trade, in my personal opinion.
Oh no,
But
definitely.
it'll all be down to what we have in that upper corner there, as we have the home objective under heavy control by the Death Watch there. It's just going to be how the No Man's Land points are dealt with that will determine who's going to be able to walk away and meet our victor between the Chaos Demons and Grey Knights. Oh. For a second there, I thought the Predator was... Oh, yep, no. Looks like he's planning to move it out. Ooh. Staring right at that Stormlord.
If
Let's
that
see if
Predator
he-
rolls poorly, he's in trouble next round.
Did he advance?
I think
He's moving several...
I don't know.
What is he doing? What is he doing?
Let me go and find out.
Oh, he's securing the points.
Yeah, there is the
But-
so there's 5 points. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 in the middle.
Okay, looks like there was just an issue with moving them on. Yeah, no, he's fully staring down that one guardsman unit, but also the Stormlord. So I've got to be either it's a sacrificial play or is really bank on the chances of blowing up the Stormlord, because
The thing is, though,
I'm not.
he can't do it because even if he gets by some miracle all 4 shots, it's all 6 damage. That's 24. Stormlord will still be left with 2 wounds.
Well, if that were the case, it would also bring him down just enough for the negative effect on the Stormlord to go into effect, which would, if I recall correctly, affect the 2 hits, which
It does
is
affect the 2 hit. So
which
I think
which
normally it's 4s, but I think he gets turret weapons, which would be +1. I could be mistaken.
Well, it's a bad day for guard when they have the ballistic skill of orcs.
True. Though that Predator is not going to be there. We have 4 las cannons, and remember, this squad does have a las cannon. So
But can they get into a position to see the Stormlord? That's the big thing.
no, I'm
Also-
talking about this guard squad right here.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, they have a las cannon, and 5 las
do.
cannons into a Predator. We have movement up here. This Predator moving forward, probably going to try and light up that Chimera. And then we have there's another kill team also moving up behind them. It would appear that he may try and go for this objective. It definitely looks like he's trying to go for it. and he's trying to secure this top objective with this veteran squad down to just the watch sergeant as well as one fry cannon.
Yeah, no, if it looks like he's wanting to, as he's measuring there, trying to get a really good idea on if you can take out that guard unit, if either taking it out or just reducing it to such a number that moving in to, hopefully, in my opinion, make a charge would be the way to go. Because that Chimera and Basilisk are just sitting there. Meaning, even if they do get in there, there would be something to either shoot at them or, scary thought as it is, charge them. As much as everyone laughs at the idea of a vehicle going right into battle, it's not a bad idea with tank shock.
Definitely not. My only issue with Jordan right now, what I'm seeing is that he's left a big gap here between his two units. And as we said, that we have two units in deep strike. That if he's baiting that's a good bait. But if he's not, that's going to be rough.
Well, the question is going to come down to where will those deep striking units do the most damage, and we really need to verify what those units are and what's inside them.
Okay.
Because that's really going to be what determines the idea of where they're going to be moving here very soon.
So we have one veteran squad. It has basically a power sword, 2 thunder hammers, and then 2 fry cannons. Fry cannons are AP2, 2 damage a pop, D3 shots. Then we have a Proteus kill team. So we have thunder hammers, terminators, about 6 of them. Then we have more heavy thunder hammers. Oh, speak of the devil. Yeah, called it. Yeah, he's looking for that. He's going for this corner.
Now the question will become down to if he can make the charge. My fingers are crossed that he can, because making that charge onto either.
No one has been able to make one yet.
Which is the most horrifying thing for anybody who's doing deep striking is that yeah.
Dude, the pain. So my common tactic is a 10-man break of Sally Terminators with a Terminator Chaplain. So the Chaplain has a canticle that gives him +2 to charge. The pain of failing a 7-inch charge twice. And just standing there, staring at a motherfucker. Ooh. He's gonna claim that objective with this veteran squad.
He's within range, and he's also out of range of all the... Well, almost out of range of all the other units there. Uh-oh. He's... if they were able to hover over those units, they could make an aura pop in, so it'd be a lot easier for us to see. But it's still good to measure out, and it looks like he's in a good... He's good there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he has taken the home objective. Oh, no. That's a horrible thing.
Yep.
As that will now make it to where our dear guardsmen no longer gain CP.
Oh, that's right.
As when the home objectives will, as long as they're in your control, CP can come. But as soon as you lose that via your opponent, they stop the CP per command phase.
Yeah.
And as how important CP is right now and how it's distributed, this could be a death blow. This is top of turn 2, but still, trying to take a look at their CP right now, it's not too high.
No, it is not. But we will come back to them in a bit. let's go over to our other semifinal and see how the other boys are doing.
We seriously need to figure out a way of making TTS be able to swap between those things easier.
We really do. I was talking to
you know what?
Yeah.
You know how we would do it? If it's a 2-game per tournament, it means that one of us would be it would basically be a dual stream. One of us is watching one game and the other on the second, and be able to just pop in.
Yeah. Well, again, I am... Bro, I don't know how y'all stream... Like, some dudes who, like, stream, like, games, like, 8 hours straight. Nah, y'all just built different, Chief. I could not do that.
It's called planning out your meals, planning out your bathroom breaks, and planning out just how you get through it.
Nope.
It's a fun one, man.
Yon Grimstone, thank you for the subscription, Chief. Much appreciated.
Many thanks.
All right, let's take a look what we have here. Ooh, I think, yeah, that Dread Knight, we're down 1 Dread Knight.
Uh-oh, that question's, which one was it that went down?
That would be this one with the Nemesis Dread Knight. These two are still in Deep Strike. Yeah, this one down, yeah. I think that went down to shooting, maybe.
Most likely, because Bellicor is just outside of range, or at least to the proximity for our Zinch and Nurgle demons there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we do have the Purifiers with Castle and Crow down. They could look at Bellicor. I would favor Castle and Crow in that fight. Of course, that could just be me hoping Grey Knights win.
Well, with the squad of Purifiers and Crow going into Bellicor, it's got a high probability. Crow himself is no slouch against demons.
Especially if he uses the Black Blade of Mahama.
I had to win.
Oh, I know. It's just that there's this meme from TTS like the Black Blade of Mahama.
Yes.
So good.
Jigga Knobs. I'm sorry?
That's why. He's guarding those Lords of Change using the pink auras as literally bodyguards.
Ooh, interesting. He's keeping his home objective nice and secure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's baiting him to get onto point because then he will... He's at max distance, I want to say, for the spells right now.
He is at just 24 for this lot, 34 for this lot, 25 for this lot, and 36 for this lot. Yeah, so I would say max distance. Definitely for these two. Yeah, standard is 18. He gets a +6, so that'd be 24.
So... pretty much
Ooh, Shalaxi down here, looking for a charge on those Purifiers.
Uh-oh.
Those Purifiers do have -1 toughness from the Great Unclean One. He casted some bad juju.
And these are the regular Space Marines. I know it's weird to say it that way, but even Grey Knights are that way. So, ooh, Hellbane's right there.
Mm-hmm.
As much as we want to see a showdown between Pro and his Purifiers and Bellicor, you got to get through Hellbane first. Then it looks like
that's actually rather smart from him. He's using his other demons as meat shields. Which is interesting.
With Bellicor being the tactical positioning demon at this point, basically keeping all the others safe with his aura. it's definitely the question of how long do you keep Be'lakor there? How long do you keep him supporting certain demons? Like, does he just stay in position, or does it shift him just enough to where he is also the threat of, say, you take down Hellbane or the Great Unclean One, or either of the Lord of Change or Kira's Fate, whether they're before Be'lakor himself just sneaks in to do the glory kill, as it were, on the unit.
Yeah.
Or even just join in.
Though we have those two Dread Knights are still in reserve. That Grandmaster is wounding demons on 2s with up to 5, in some cases maybe even 6 or 7 if he uses his strat. He can definitely one-tap one of those greater demons. So what's going to make or break this is that he needs to get that charge. If he doesn't, that's going to be rough.
That's the ultimate thing that's going to come down to this, is the result of charges of them landing in. They've got good anti-weaponry as far as like the Gatling cannon or the heavy side cannon, or in certain cases the heavy incinerator, depending. But it doesn't counter to the sheer destruction the greater sword and
the Nemesis Great Hammer. Yeah.
Yep. That one in particular, because it's got the buffs on it, is going to be the real, am I going to one-shot you or not?
Also, what people don't understand, Grey Knights have a lot of spells to boost up in melee. So it is more than likely he can definitely one-shot whatever he charges. The issue, as we previously established, he needs to charge.
Ooh, not a good roll from Trevy on that one. A lot of 1s and 2s with a single 3.
Yeah, not looking good on that end. So, Trevy has lost a Secret Chariot and 1 squad of Furies, it would seem. He still has the 2 squads of Furies and the Nurgling Swarm in the back.
They'll likely try to pop in between where Crow and his home objective are. They're not going to be enough to really do anything. Heck, they could probably squeeze in in the bottom corner of the map there between the 2 back-end units there. Of the Grey Knights. They're not gonna, however, like I said, they're there to harass. They're there to just get in the way. But if they can live, if they can do that, then they can definitely be a problem for something that those Terminators or Paladins there.
The thing is, though, these are Terminators holding this backfield. Meaning that they're not going to go down easy, nor are they going to be a slouch in melee or ranged. So this is not like in another case where these are just like a squad of Marines that you can like try and harass. These guys will put the hurt on whatever they touch.
Hang on, because your cursor was over there. I gotta see something. Okay, good. It's 3 wounds. I briefly thought I saw Paladin with 2 wounds, and I was freaking out. Just my heart.
No, it's the there's something there. But Purifiers, we're down 3 Purifiers so far. I believe that's the shooting from Shalaxi, or maybe Be'lakor. That -1 toughness is rough. Not as bad on Terminators. Purifiers are still T4, but putting them to T3, it's not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things, because demons already probably wounding you on 2s or 3s.
Most likely the 2s based on the weapons they use. 3s if your toughness was enough that it went down slightly. So I say like a Custodes, Oliver's Terminator, just walking up with a 7 toughness and dropping it down to 6.
Yeah. I do miss that one. I miss that ability that Custodians used to have. It was Slayer of Nightmares. It was like, if your toughness is higher than my strength, they get +1 to wound.
The one that always scared me was the Alaris Terminators becoming each one an independent character.
Yeah. Now that
Where you'd have
10
that was
individual
the
units.
Oh god, just triggering that, and all of a sudden they just spread out and can move outside of coherency. Oh, it's a nightmare.
Also,
To
another
this
thing
day.
that people don't think about is that how tough that makes them. Because if you have something that kills Marines, right? Like so let's say you have a squad of frag cannons. You're gonna have to split fire against each one of those units. That's something that a lot of people don't think about. Like how the durability that gives them. Aside from just allowing them to do whatever they need to.
That was back in 9th and was towards the latter end of the edition when it got modded.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still, for the time being, it was one of those, if you see Alaris Terminators coming your way, is my opponent gonna do that, or am I doomed anyway?
Oh, here we go. So for the new secondaries, we have a tempting target for the Grey Knights, as well as investigate signals. That's a good one for him. It's a good way to gain points. You just plop a unit in the corner. For our other gentleman, we have a capture enemy outpost and overwhelming force.
That might be a little tricky for Trevy to do, given
Yeah.
the position here. A lot of those points aren't under Grey Knight control yet, so that's going to be pretty good favor in that regard. But we'll see.
Grey Knights definitely have this point down. And like I said, you're gonna have to put something durable to get those Terminators off. Even if he drops all 5 of his reserves onto that one home field, those Terminators are not going anywhere in a hurry.
No, at worst, between the Furies and the Nurglings, one Terminator might drop.
Probably one.
If the saves are average, with just the not so great melee between the Nurglings and the Furies, I could only
They're very
see
much
one.
action monkeys or just like glue. They're chaff to distract you. They can't really
Yep.
do anything else.
That's exactly what they are. They're there to contest for one round.
Though that's 10 OC. He has about 15 here. Technically, he could take that objective just because of OC control. But I really don't think he's going to survive up to, 20 Stormbolters? No, 10. It would be 10 Stormbolters because, They get 2 each, so that's 10. Rapid fire, 20. Yeah, that's... On demon saves? That's not going to do too well.
Not for the lesser ones, no. Well, we see the Great Unclean One is stuck between the 2 edges there. Or 2 table sides. So, oh man, that was the thing that got me when I was trying to get those points at another tournament. Was not far enough past that gap in the center, that plus sign there. So it didn't count, and it was like, oh, I hate this.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you have to double check. But we seem to be Grey Knight turn 2, I believe, firmly securing this objective. Though those 2 Lords of Change, if he rolls well, he can definitely wipe out that Terminator brick. I hate to say it, but he can.
Yep.
We have the Paladins as well here. The big thing is those Dread Knights. Losing that Dread Knight early, it hurts. It really does. But if he can get those charges off on those 2 Dread Knights, if he can... For Brad to have a chance to win, he needs to take out at least one of those greater demons. Either Shalaxi or Be'lakor with those Grey Knights. Be'lakor, ideally, because... Well, I mean, I would say it gets removed of the tactical, but he doesn't have that much shooting, to be honest.
Right behind the train. We've got the setup perfect for a drop-in.
Yeah,
with
right here.
Nemesis. Well, we've got them there, but the pink horrors are doing exactly what Trevy foresaw, is the fear of those two getting charged. The pink horrors are too far in the way.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way he's going to be able to sneak in there. And you can see Trevy's also measuring out for the blasts and such.
All of those guys are in range of Storm Bolters, though. That's 40 Storm Bolters against pink horrors. What he could do is that he could put 40 Storm Bolters in there, try and clear out as much as he can. Then he could try and make a charge in there for those. But the guaranteed charge, or guaranteed, I should say.
All right, his back two are out of range, but the front ones are able to see. So that'd be 8 Storm Bolters going in there.
Oh yeah, then they're not in rapid fire. But still, 8 Storm Bolters, that's still 16 shots. He can definitely... That's a problem with pink horrors, though. You kill one, you get 2.
Again, with the rules now, it has to be, I believe it was a 3 or 4 up.
Still, though, that's a 50 chance.
Oh, that was not a good roll.
Ooh, yeah, that's rough.
It's a little hard to see, but down there in the bottom left, you can see the
Yeah, we got
rolls
1,
coming
1,
out
2,
from the
2,
Grey
3.
Knights.
Yeah.
Prior to that, it was about 5 or so, maybe 6 ones, and you never want to see that just long chain, unless it's like a 5 or a 6 for hitting and wounding. But dice bots are well known for blasting hopes and dreams into oblivion.
Mm-hmm. Though, he got good with the wound roll, though. We got a 6 and a 4 for a wound roll. This all comes down to the... I know I'm sounding like a broken record here, but those Grey Knight charges are going to be what makes or break this game. Though, Grey Knight's actually in the lead so far by 2 points, 25 to 23.
They've had the points, and up. Is he holding on to them? He was shooting, so they've gone past the reinforcement phase. So the Nemesis Knights are being held out for another turn.
Interesting.
Perhaps he's trying to bait out a much broader divide between the demons.
Wait a minute.
And
is he using Crow as bait?
it's possible if Crow does not charge. I don't know.
I
Because
still think
that's-
Crow should charge, but still, using Crow as bait, what he could do is that he could try and get Be'lakor and Shalaxi into the Purifiers. And then he could try and hammer and anvil them with the Dread Knights. Then he could take both of them out, potentially of one turn if he rolls well enough.
Well, he didn't move. If he's moved them even a little bit, then he'd be in range. But I think that's a long charge to try and get both Be'lakor and Hellblade there.
It's only a 6-inch on Shalaxi, 9-inch on Be'lakor.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the more guaranteed, because doing a split charge there, he'd have to get the 9, and this is 9 on
Yeah.
2d6. It
That's-
does not favor. Yeah, okay, he'd need a 5 on Shalaxi, and
Yeah.
definitely would need the 9 on Be'lakor.
The thing is,
So,
though,
so-
if Crow
Oh,
charges into Shalaxi, I know that Trevy is a very good player, but even I don't care how good you are, I would charge. I think everyone would charge Be'lakor into that.
Oh yeah, no. If Shalaxi gets taken out or survives, Be'lakor will be going in, because that will give Shalaxi support to stay alive, but also gives the initial bonuses to Be'lakor for going into combat, and lets him get that. Well, the choice between the sweep and the strike. Personally, I'd say strike. And then you have Alexi, who barely alive, will get there. It swings in, and I do not like the idea of that particular demon.
One thing
Excuse
though,
me.
that Brad is doing, he seems to be ignoring the Great Unclean One, which is good on his end.
Well, the Great Unclean One.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. The Great Unclean One is, like we've talked about, just hurting it is so hard. But his range on his both Witchfire, with his psychic powers and his flail, are smaller than that of, say,
Lord Change.
your Fate Weaver or the Lord of Change specifically.
Mhm.
So, honestly, him just being get on the point, which he has, and just sit there, not bad. Because...
Oh, hello. Pink auras. Ah, they've been reserved.
Oh. Is he pulling them out?
He has. They are now in strategic
Oh.
reserve.
Oh my.
That changes everything.
Well, it throws off what could happen back here, because now, if this is Trevy's turn, yeah, no.
He could be baiting the great, but I'm not gonna lie. If I saw this, I would immediately change to the Lords of Change. Far more deadly at range, far more squishy. Yeah.
Well, the question becomes, where do you shift and what do you do?
Mhm.
Because the dice rolls haven't been too particularly kind, but they haven't been bad. And now they're discussing things, because you can see him going back and forth and talking about it.
Mm-hmm. The thing is, though, he has two choices. He's going to have Shalaxi and Bellico go into Crow. He can either deploy his Dread Knights to back Crow up and essentially wipe those two out, or he could put them into the Fate Weaver and Lord of Change and wipe out that shooting.
That is the choice. The Nemesis Dread Knights are loaded to bear with their additional shooting weaponry. We'll have to wait and see what ends up happening. You can see Trevy moving his token that follows Bellico all around the battlefield there.
Mm-hmm. Lord of Change moving in. Trying to get out of range of that shooting. Or trying to keep in range of his shooting, rather. Supreme Grand Azrael, how you doing, Chief?
He's trying to stay just out of that range, but the hill's giving him a little bit of an issue. Yeah, see, he's trying to get to just at the 24 points. Yeah, there he goes. He's trying to just stay out of range, or stay within range of his own spells, but just out of that chance of letting the Grey Knights there get into bolter range, like you said.
Mm-hmm. Gonna be a very interesting next turn. Alright, let's go and see what our other chaps are up to. So far, very, very slow on the games, but that's good. It's people are taking their time. Grey Knights versus Demons. Demons technically in the lead with that one Dread Knight down, but Grey Knights have the points advantage, but only by 2. There we are. All right, so looking at this, the guard player moving up that Stormlord, and he's dropped off the Bulgrins. The Bulgrins are actually going for that squad in the back. He has this guard squad trying to claim that center objective. So we have the Thunderhammer kill team deployed. They did wipe out one Basilisk. So he did get that charge off. We do have the other Predator in here trying to secure this objective as well. We have this kill team. I think they're trying to go for the center one as well. Very interesting here. Because what Doge might do, he may just end up switching board sides. He may end up giving this top objective up and grabbing this second objective. Because that Predator only has 3 wounds left. So we lost a few Deathwatch over here. We lost a Chimera, a Basilisk, Company Commander, more guards. Though, notice he does have a CP strat to bring back an entire squad of guardsmen.
The question is, which ones will he want to bring back, and where will he deploy them? Because that's going to be a huge question for either A, saving an objective, wiping out a unit, or just trying to clog the jaws of the Deathwatch Space Wolves, if there are any in there.
I think
Choke them out and
the
let them...
Deathwatch players said that most of them are Ultramarines. He seems to be a big fan of them.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I'm really a big fan of here? Yeah, big fan of here, General?
What's that, sir?
This Lightning Warrior over here in the corner, who's slowly spitting to and from, so that getting a good view of both the front and back display of its armor, as well as the detailing in that cape. The power armor itself being a beautiful rendering in STL form for 3D print, ranging from as small as a Terminator to 32 millimeters to how big can that particular soldier get?
You flattering Geomancer. As mentioned, this chunky fella can reach all the way up to a grand 80 millimeter. Perfect for proxying a Primarch or anything else you need. Throw him into D&D, throw him into Pathfinder, Fantasy, and 40k. That is the Lightning Soldier, available at the Kickstarter for SC Productions right now. Sign up and you can get it hand delivered to you. Yes, it will take Dutch about 1 to 2 business months to get to you via the bicycle. Or you can grab it from an STL file and have it pre-printed yourself. If you do in fact order the made-to-print order, it will get to you in the first week of March. Good sir. No, the first week of April, rather, I beg your pardon. So,
the reason it will take him that long, the reason it will take Dutch that long is because he has to get the adaptations for his bicycle to go across the Atlantic Ocean, which, fingers crossed to him, will be an easy journey, but knowing the tides and the shifting of the moon, it may not be at that time of the season.
It really does depend. But these are made to order once the Kickstarter closes. That is the end of the month, ladies and gentlemen. So the end of the month of March. From then, all the orders will be made and sent out, and you should get them within a week from that. If you live in Europe, probably a few days. They work their European magic. If you live across in the good old United States of bourbon and butter, then it may take you a little bit longer. 1, maybe 2 weeks. But I mean, it does have to go across an entire ocean. So once again, a big thank you to STC Productions for sponsoring this video, as well as STC Productions and Pictora Imperialis. Pictora Imperialis is a massive Warhammer 40k community collaboration involving some of your favorite Warhammer community creators as voice actors, as well as animators and editors, with well over 2,000 scenes animated and edited in a project that's taken well over 900 and going into a full 1,000 hours. It is a 50-minute video on the one and only Fall of Cadia. Look forward to that. Hopefully releasing next week, Friday, 7 p.m. Dutch time, if not the week after. But all of us have day jobs, guys. All of us do, in fact, have day jobs.
I'm a streamer. That is my day job. So,
Yeah.
yeah, sure. Yeah.
Go and subscribe to Mika Yenius. He does wonderful 40k painting tutorials. And if you want to actually look good, you can go up and crack on them. And gentleman is a seasoned player himself. He knows what he's doing. So if you want to learn how to paint good and do good, go and check out your boy. What times do you do your streaming usually, sir?
So for our GMT-based viewers, I would be going live at 7 p.m. each and every weekday, and I stream up until, still using that time, I stream until 11 p.m. So I go a little ways in the light, but just after, you can just chill out and hang out for quite some time.
Very chill streams.
What's not chill is the effort of the guardsmen trying to fight into the Death Watch here.
Yeah, not looking good. God are getting chewed up, but that's the big... When you play God, don't be too worried when some of your stuff dies. You are playing God, you are playing a Horde army, you are not the toughest thing in the world. And if we look on points, God are actually winning. 5 point up.
Well, would you mind showing off the board for that real quick? Because we can also see the secondaries and the primaries.
There we go. Primaries, right now we have 10 and 15. 10 for Deathwatch, 15 for God. As for secondaries, we're drawn over here. So we have Stormhostile Objective and Assassination. I believe those are God secondaries. And then we have Investigate Signals and Behind Enemy Lines for our Deathwatch friends.
And as a quick little update too, we have the Demons are currently winning at 35 points to the Grey Knights 29. It's still a close game, but we've had a massive update, I'll just say here, for the Grey Knights.
No, I'm hopping over.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Grey Knights, Crow has been eliminated. His entire squad is gone.
That is rather rough. Castellan Crow.
No, look. Crow has actually used a stratagem to pull out and fall back.
So Crow is still alive.
Yeah.
Crow is the combat. So that is good for us, at least. Now, my question is that when are we going to be having those Nemesis Red Knights deploying?
Oh, looks like we have a swap around. Looks like we got some... Is that the other group of Paladins going in there? Uh-oh.
Yeah, it is. Those Paladins are far more resilient than those Purifiers. So looking at things, we have a second group of Furies being deployed in both corner edges. That means the only thing he has left is the Nurgling squad. Those Grey Knights still being held in reserve. We have those pink auras there. Those Purifiers have flamers. Those pink auras are going to get chewed up real quick. Though having Crow against pink auras, not really something that I'm much for myself. But what we do have here is that Crow can indeed teleport again. One thing about the Grey Knights are coming in.
There is the Grandmaster with Demon Hammer.
He is going for the Lords of Change.
Oh, he is right there.
Yep. That's going to be massive if you can get that off. If he fails that charge, though, I hate to think what will happen. Both of them going in.
Both of them are landing right next to both Demons of Zinch. Yep, he stopped the Fury stopped him from going directly in there for the Lord of Change, but yep,
That's
now he's
still
in position.
2 9-inch charges on those Lords of Change.
That also keeps him out of range for Hellblade getting in there.
It does. Not to mention, I think 18 inches from Be'lakor. Ooh, those Grey Knights may... Yeah, they're definitely within shooting range. Correct me if I'm wrong, but do demons bracket?
Yes. It
What
takes
he could
much
do-
like
Yeah, go ahead.
much like dreadnoughts and other large vehicles or monsters. It takes a lot to get them down. So, for example, the Great Unclean one there, getting him down to 5 or 4 wounds will bracket him, but it takes a lot.
So what he could do is he could put his shooting... So he has 2 options here. He can put all of his shooting into Kairos, try and get him bracket or get him low, and then get the charge. Because if he charges both of them into the Lord of Change, he will one-tap it. Guaranteed. The thing is, though, does he want to play it safe and put everything into one model?
Well, right now they're putting shots into Shalaxi, and that is 5
cannons.
Psy cannons, and they did nothing. Oof.
That is unfortunate in its entirety. DICE not looking too friendly this game.
Well, that's again the thing that everyone keeps forgetting. While there are 4 greater Chaos Gods and potentially Malau, we don't talk about them though.
We don't talk about 'em.
There is a 6th and very much more deadly and powerful Chaos entity out there that everyone does not always give proper credence to or faith unto which, and that being Nifl.
Mm-hmm.
For those unfamiliar, Nifl is the god of chance and dice, primarily the patron over in Blood Bowl, but you never, ever take Nifl for credit.
Nope.
A little shout out from anything for subs and money in the chat. Come on, Doge, you got this.
Come on, Doge. You do indeed. The Doge we have here, the Doge and the Turtle fighting fans. Let's see what we're doing here. This is a big turn though for Grey Knights. Grey Knight's win condition, if he can take out at least 3 of those greater demons, so either of these 4 in the line right here, he then has enough board control to play the primaries.
Honestly, if he takes out the Lords of Change, he has drastically raised his abilities of winning this game, because those
Agreed.
are the 2 primary damage dealers for the demons as far as spells and or range goes.
Yeah.
But has to get there first, has to deal the damage, and has to make sure that they go down. Otherwise,
He does
they
have a
will...
CP, whereas Trevy empty on CP for now. That's one big thing about 10th. You are very much CP starved.
Well, before, where it was based on who you ran, how you built your list to get the remaining CP and spend until you get 0, now it is very much every command phase just waiting for that enough CP, but also having to hope that your opponent doesn't just get rid of it.
Yep. One thing that made it far more impactful, things like Vect's strategy, significantly more scary in 10th. We have more dice rolling here. So it seems we have some shooting into the pink and blue horrors.
They've split quite a many of them down the blues.
That's a lot to deal with. All right, I'm going to jump in their VC real quick to see what they're doing there.
Or fails.
Okay. And then it's going to be everyone else's stone bolters. There is 3 people left. So that is 12 stone bolters.
Yep. Definitely.
Okay. Hitting on 3s. Miss. Miss. And miss. Then wounding on 3s. That is 8 wounds.
8 more. 6, 7, 8. Oh, make them all. Holy crap. All right, well.
Oh, goddamn.
I said
Right,
come back at
okay.
some point.
Well,
Ooh, bad luck for a
luckily
great
I have,
night
luckily I
player.
have my last weapon to fire, the Purifying Flames.
Mhm.
So that is 2, 4, 6, 8, then 11. I still got then 11 Purifying Flames. Okay. Then hitting on 2s.
Yep.
Only 2 miss. Thank God.
Mhm.
Okay. Take these off, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, and then wounding on 2s because they're infantry. They are
Yeah,
infantry, right?
you are. Yeah, we're
Yep.
infantry.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
then
we got 7.
yep, 7 wounds.
4 more go through. So I'll take 8 total.
Mhm.
All right. We'll have those on pinks to start. So on the pinks, do they split? 2 pink split, and then blues, do they split? 1 blue split. So I'm gonna get a brim and 4 blues back. So these guys die, and then we get 4 blue horrors. 2, 3, 4. Oops, that's too many. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a brimstone war. Okay.
Okay, alright. And then it's going to be onto my... up here in the top corner.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to shoot my Dread Knights at Kairos. No, actually, no, I think... No, Kairos is barely within the loaded... Is barely within...
Yeah, he's in Bellicor's thing, but you're close enough to shoot him if you want to.
Oh, yeah, they are. Oh, goddamn, I completely forgot. But yeah, yeah, they're going to shoot Kairos with everything.
Okay.
Right, so I'm gonna shoot them both at the same time because
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
So, big update. It turns out that the Grey Knights are indeed splitting up their attacks. All of the shooting is going into Kairos, and then all of the melee going to try and do into that Lord of Change.
Oof. It is going to be a tussle in by the train yard.
The dice will decide this match right here and now.
That it will. Ugh. Well, as much as I want to watch this, we should really go check in on the others.
That we should, sir.
But unfortunately, I must say that this is also the time in which I must bow out and leave the commentary to to the gentlemen who have just arrived with us as well.
Hello there. Good morning.
Greetings.
Mr. Micah, sir, as always, bloody good time having you here, sir. Go and check out Micah News streaming on Twitch every single day at 7 p.m. GMT to 11 p.m. GMT. All weekdays, all the time. Painting, very good. Actually, I may end up doing a painting competition between YouTubers because I don't know if you know this, Mr. Dutch over here, he's won 3 golden demons.
I don't know if I should be part of the competition. Maybe I should just be part of the judges. I would feel really bad.
I would request Mr. Dutch being part of the judging in that regard, because at that point it'd be like, I have to spend an entire year working on this thing to even try and get to that point. I'm good, but I'm not. I feel a golden.
Nah, you'll be
demon
fine,
form.
mate. She'll be grand. You can win.
I mean,
Have faith.
I'm not saying I wouldn't, try to win. I'm just saying it would take me a year to do it. Do you know how many layers it takes to make it look just shiny and glossy? When you
No,
don't
I
use
got
metallic
kicked out of
paint?
art class.
Oh, yeah, no, it takes.
I'm
lot,
terrible
and,
at painting, dude.
I will say before I do get out of here, Dutch or the gaming storyteller, how long when presenting those models to Golden Demon did it take you painting them? Out of curiosity.
Okay, so as I don't want to put in exact miniature names because people can go on the website and search up the minis and actually find my real name, which is something I'm trying to avoid. But to give you an explanation on the one that I've won 2 silvers and a gold. And for the first silver, it took me about 200 hours from beginning to end. The second silver took me only 50 hours, but that was kind of just due to a lucky accident, and I thought it was not going to win anything, but apparently it was clean and clear enough for them to like it. And the gold one took me probably close to 400 hours.
So let that sink in, everybody, for just the sheer amount of time. And these models can range from being the largest models out there, like a Imperial Knight.
Primarch.
Primarchs are still smaller than Imperial Knights. I'm talking about the sheer size of these. But
Oh yeah, Great Unclean.
they're... But however, it also is down to just the paint quality itself. The model itself doesn't really matter, because there was a year that the Golden Demon winner, and I believe the Slayer Sword winner, was a skink, if I recall correctly.
Sometimes that's all that takes. That's all it takes. Sometimes.
And you may think, well, it's a skink. It's really small. The detailing, the very intricate and very well-placed paints as far as scales, reflectiveness, and just overall presentation of it.
Yeah.
Very simple, but just beautiful.
Yo, Chaotic Voices! Welcome, brother. How you doing? Your name will always be Dutch.
Yes. In the end, for when it comes to the Golden Demon as a whole, the judges just mainly look for specific paint styles, which is something to remember. But it's also a point-of-case scenario of they are looking for the purpose of intent, right? When you have a brushstroke on your model, it needs to be intentional. It has to make sense, and they are looking for that more than other regards. The grand piece needs to look good, the details need to look good, but there's a lot of leeway in between, which allows you as an artist to play around with what you exactly want to do. It's just important to remember, GW needs to be able to market the art piece, which is something I always try to remind people of. GW needs to be able to put it on their website. Keep that in mind. Don't be putting big titties on your model because they don't like it.
They do in fact.
I'm sorry, Bradley. You can't do the big titties on there. I'm sorry.
Look, okay, I have my respect, sir. Unless it's an Elder, I do not care. Now it is an Elder, though.
Well, there are a few 3D. There are a few third-party model sellers as well as 3D model creators that probably should be introducing you to there, sir.
I mean,
There
I
are
know
quite
that
a
part
few.
of SDC, we've already had requests to do with Lothar Sarin.
In multiple poses with multiple additions, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, additions.
Ooh, Chaotic Voice is saying would love to join in with the painting competition. I would definitely love to have a model painted up against Chaotic Voices. Been a fan of your work, Chaotic Voices, and I hope to see some of the newest stuff you've got coming out soon.
It's very good.
Take-
Quality content.
Yep.
From a fellow VA, sir. Very good work. I'm not gonna lie, though. Go ahead. No, crack on, lad.
I was about to say, the chef, personally, the chef's kiss for the Salamanders versus Tyranids at the walls. Fantastic work.
Very good. I'm just saying, though, if we do happen to do that painting competition, that I think Dutch should host that because I know a little bit about 40k. I know next to nothing about painting. I will just be there to look pretty.
Well, I'd be down to look into that at some point. I think that'd be very fun and interesting just to do a painting competition. We can choose to do a team, but we can also just say, fuck it, here is the main rules. We do it with like painting a single character or something like that, because I think people would enjoy that the most.
Definitely.
We'll see what we can do.
Like I said,
Absolutely.
that's Dutch's baby. He knows what he's doing. I will just be there to look pretty and to say funny word. That's all I will be.
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
Yes, sir.
Well, gentlemen, have a wonderful evening, or morning in this particular case, and enjoy the rest of the tournament. I look forward to seeing and hearing the results.
You too. Take care, Mr. Micah. God bless you. Have a good day.
Good evening.
Very
Good
nice.
evening.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Right. So, thank you for the kind words, lads. Don't worry. Don't mention nothing about it, brother. It's all one and the same here.
Oh, y'all so nice to each other.
We are. This is good tournament. Anyway, Mr. Dutchman, how are we, sir?
Coffee.
Coffee, good. I'd recommend having a spiced latte. I had one this morning. Very good. Very quality. Like, dude, you don't even need that much. You just need like some cinnamon, ginger, a little bit of nutmeg, cardamom, a little bit of clove.
I need you to understand that I live in Europe, so the moment you say the word spiced, I think of something completely different, and it's giving me Vietnam flashbacks. when I went to London, it was not good.
Oh, the British.
Ah, the British with their spice.
Well, maybe if they followed the Germans, we wouldn't have to do that.
That's a statement. But looking into this, our Doge Hammer versus Deathwatch. Deathwatch, very commanding lead at the moment. It's just in terms of sheer board presence. It's still even on points, but Deathwatch in control of full 4 of the objectives of the 5 objective map.
Nice.
Lots of board control
Sounds like
here,
it's
and
going
we
good
see.
for the Deathwatch player.
Sorry.
It sounds like it's going well for the Deathwatch player then.
No, it is. Deathwatch in command of the board. He's planted himself on all of these objectives. Dogehammer, it is early to say it, but I don't think my boy has much left. What do you think, Dutch?
Counting him out already.
It's looking pretty rough. I was asked to come in earlier to talk to them about the high ground there, and now seeing that much on there, I hold my heart for Doge.
Yeah.
wish
He
him the
needs a good
best.
round of shooting.
He needs a really good round of shooting.
We will check on back in them in a bit. Let's go and see our other semi-final. And the result of that, which is very massive at the moment.
How are the Grey Knights faring against the demons? Yeah, that's a good question.
The last time we checked on them, it was pretty even. What's going to make or break this? If the Grey Knights got their charge off into the demons. If they did, then it's going to be a very close match. If not, looking from it, I think they did manage to get the charge off. We will see. They did. Oh, that is huge for the Grey Knights. That is massive. Because what that means that it is official. The Grey Knights have killed a Lord of Change, and they are now trying to get into. They are in contact with Kairos as well. Kairos not looking good right now. That is not where he wants to be, with 2 Grandmaster Nemesis Dread Knights, all full health right now, looking back into him. We then have another Purifier squad with Castle and Crow here. He does have the teleport shunt ability. He can move up here. He has secured this objective here and his home objective, as well as this one here. Meaning, going into round 3, Trevy only has the middle objective.
That's quite a change from earlier games.
Very, very much so. Isaac, how you doing, Chief? Dean Nugent, thank you for the subscription, brother. Much appreciated. Reminder to chat as well, if you guys do wish to send a special message to one of your players, $5 for a custom donation, $1 to vote. If you just want to say who wins. Also, $20 and I will put Dutch in the cum jar. I will do it.
No, please don't put me in that jar again.
I will. He'll be in the jar in the basement.
It's so sticky. Clean it out.
Also, Mr. Dutchman, what is our Kickstarter looking at?
Good question. Let's see.
Health and safety, you'd have a field day with that jar.
My brother in Christ, health and safety is scared of that jar.
We are at the moment still sitting pretty at 129.
Alright, so if you guys want to go and do the subscriptions, please by all means go and do that. Lovely Thunder Warrior, fine cost printed, very, very, very good.
Perfect adornment to your desk in the office to assert your dominance over your co-workers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we have the chunky boys moving. He's moving. He's giving up that home objective into trying to grab these paladins. For those who don't know, paladins are incredibly difficult to remove. They have a special rule, meaning if your strength is higher than their toughness, they get a -1 to wound. Considering on all the greater demons have higher strength than them, he's only going to be able to wound them on 3s, in some cases 4s. Also, big thing here. Kairos, his shooting is in his Lords of Change. Kairos is now tagged in melee with this Grandmaster Dread Knight. Oh, Bellico
run out to be really rough for him.
It might. But if he can kill Kairos, that's his shooting gone, essentially. And remember, he does have this Terminator brick here that can move up to support. But it seems that Bellico is trying to countercharge these Grey Knights. Keep in mind, he does have... Go ahead.
No, that's the right choice for the demon player here, is to try and make sure that he lets his shooting survive, because then he can just blast everything else from the board. Because those Terminators back there are sitting pretty.
They are. The thing is, though, he does have teleport shunt, meaning he can immediately teleport Deep Strike either Crow or these Terminators into somewhere here. Oh. Trevy is actually, it seems, is Trevy abandoning his Kairos?
He might be giving up the Kairos. Sometimes the hardest decisions have to be made.
Still, though, ironically, I think he has an easier time killing the Grey Knight, Dread Knight, than he does these Paladins. Very, very close game, though. We are at 37-37 on primaries.
Nice.
Very close game we have here. Very, very close game. Oh, yeah. Mr. Trevy is giving up the goose. The bird. Oh, never mind. He's splitting, in fact.
Ah. Spreading out his forces.
Bit of a gamble. One of the big things that has made Trevy's list so difficult this tournament is that his demons have always been stacked together. You could never fight one without getting covered by the other.
Unless you're actually quite a talented Grey Knights player and you're able to pull them apart.
Bradwick might teleport Shunt away, actually. From what he's looking at. Bradwick, very much an underdog in this tournament, pulling out very good strats here. He's been very reserved in his playing. Very well done to him.
He's playing very clean. I'm very much enjoying how he's been playing this tournament, because even though this was technically his first couple games when it comes to 10th edition, he has a really good understanding of battle tactics, and he has a really good understanding of what to use his Grey Knight units for. Like, you don't usually see very talented Grey Knight players since the 7th edition double autocannon Dreadnought matchups.
Yeah.
But this is quite impressive to see. It's really nice to see an underdog going so hard at it.
It is very good. One thing about Brad is a strong lover of Grey Knights, in and lore, out of lore, since he first got into the hobby. So he knows his army. Though interesting choice though, giving the Paladins the -1 toughness, that's not going to affect them that much with that -1 to wound built in.
Well, it balances out the playing field slightly.
It does, but still, -1 toughness on 5, and not that big of a difference, if I'm being honest, because great on clean one. Yeah, strength 7. Still doesn't matter. Belcore, strength 6 as well.
I never realized Greater Demons only have like strength 6 and strength 7.
No, that's on the range. Belcore has strength 8, so it does make a difference. But even then, still only on 3s. Yeah, so he's still only wounding them on 3s, which is a big change. Yeah, Grey Knight's very much the underdog in this scenario, but again, everyone loves good underdog story. Very balanced game. Very, very balanced game right here.
Yeah. They're both playing quite hard at it from what I'm seeing. Like, they're both actually trying to make plays at each other right now to pull out an edge. But I think they're going to struggle with finding an edge over each other.
Definitely. The one thing, though, that the Grey Knights have over Demons is the sheer mobility he has with his teleport shunt ability. 1 CP to just smack a unit in a different location. That's very good when you're dealing with something like Demons, where it's really a case of putting all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
But moving over to Imperial Guard versus Deathwatch now. The Stormlord has made it into melee.
Let's go! Time to drive over some people.
The Stormlord is currently trying to drive over the Predator. Dutch, you need to animate that. Get to work. I'm serious, Dutch. I will take away the slice of bread, Dutch.
No! My only sustenance.
Hey there, guys. Joining in from Europe. Is it the middle of the night for the US? Yes, it is. It is like 4-ish a.m. for the people of the United States of bourbon and butter. So
yeah,
it's
on
pretty
the
early.
left side it's like 4 a.m. right now. On the right side it's about 6 a.m. right now.
It's pretty early. It is a solid 1 o'clock in the afternoon here in the good old land of South Africa.
Time zones, you goofy little goopers.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we do have a revived God Squad in this backfield. I don't know what they're going to do, though.
Just like me, for real.
Yeah, dude.
Barnabas.
How you know you're an adult is when 1 cup of coffee is not enough. Yeah, it's like,
Too true.
Yeah, it's
True,
like
true.
I've had one cup of coffee. I can do like at least with 2 or 3. I have a really high caffeine tolerance. I don't know about you guys, but I drink energy drinks as soda, like unironically. Like
Oh, there's the problem. Yeah.
dude, I can
I do have
literally
very high
like,
caffeine tolerance.
dude, I can literally drink like a Monster, like a damn Coke. I'm grand.
Yeah.
Oh God.
No, seriously,
coffee
dude.
before
I once
bed.
had 4 Monsters in one sitting. I went to bed at like normal time, no issue.
Oh.
Yeah, caffeine, not my
I
cup
think
of
that
tea.
is- I think that is a medical thing, though. Something you don't have a gene that processes it as quickly. I think.
Even if I want to like take pre-workout, I
Well,
need at
yeah.
least 2 scoops plus to like feel it.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't work out.
Oh god. I mean, yeah. I wish I could live your life. It's like,
Occasionally
oh yeah, it's
pick
like
heavy stuff up and put it down. If that
You-
counts.
I mean, it does technically. That is what working out is. I mean, it's like, I wish I could live that life. Dutch, it's like 11 in the morning. What did you? Oh yeah, I have this fried chicken burger. It's like you lucky bastard. I wish I could eat that for fucking breakfast, bro. But nah, it's good though. An omelet is great for breakfast, but it's like sometimes you just want to be a fucking fat bastard. Like, look, Chad, don't let
Calling
the
me
fucking...
fat?
No, I'm talking about myself. Because don't let the appearance fool you, chat. All right, all of these like fine fancy shits and muscles, like I'm a fat kid at heart, chat. If you give me a loaf of bread, I will finish that loaf of bread in one sitting. That's how you know you're a fat kid. If you just eat bread, like plain bread, that's how you know you're a fat kid at heart. I am, chat. I will. Bread is fucking fantastic. The urge I have not to just take a loaf of bread and just eat it at the same time. I am a fat kid, hot chat. I just happen to have restraint, but goddamn it, is it sad sometimes. Bradley is just an OD hazard. I mean, yeah.
What are they saying about you, Bradley?
I mean, no, it's like Miguel knows me from my schooling days, right? He's been there since day one, so he knows how I am, bro.
OG.
He is the OG.
Can we get an F to pay respects to Miguel in the chat?
F. Once again, this stream has devolved into talking about food.
Always does.
It always does.
Because there is only food.
I wish that was the case.
41st millennium.
I wish that was the case, bro. If my life was just me making and cooking fucking food and I didn't gain like fucking 7 kilos every time I eat like a cheeseburger, I would feel happy with my life. I'll be honest with you, bro. I'll take that. On God, I would.
In fairness, though, mine and Dutch's bodies probably spend so much energy trying not to freeze to death, other than on
Yeah.
the 2 days of sunlight a year that we get.
You see, I got the opposite, dude. I sweat like a motherfucker, bro. During summer, it's like 37 to like 40 degrees Celsius on average. It's like,
Bradley's
No.
water cooled.
oh God, bro. Oh God. But back to the actual game. We have one Predator down, and we have a Stormlord here. We have another Guard Squad here. These Bulgarians are securing this home objective, and we have another Guard Squad move, trying to secure this objective here. He can definitely secure this objective with the bodies that he has. Though, in terms of primaries, it is 29 to 25. So, still pretty light, despite everything that's happening. God in a rough place right now, but not out of it yet. If you were the God, Mr. Dutch, what do you think is Doge's win condition at the moment?
Oh, I don't know. He has to play for objectives right now, but I don't know if he can hold long enough for that. He is in a rough spot right now. I'm gonna be very honest here.
He is. It is rough for Mr. Doge.
Ooh.
Oh, hello.
Hello
gentlemen.
there.
Visitors.
So we concluded the game. Guard, pretty low scoring game compared to the standard so far, but guard final tally is guard 19 and Death Watch 15.
All right.
Wait, you guys concluded the game?
Weren't we out of time?
No,
'Cause
gentlemen.
you were saying 3 a.m. Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Gelt was saying we were out of
I
time.
thought we were out of time, yeah.
No, you guys have an hour and a half left.
Oh.
Oh, damn! Alright,
you
we
guys-
still got lots of game to go,
You
buddy.
guys started
Okay.
at 12. These are the semifinals, so I give you guys 3 hours.
I just blindly believed Gelt when he told me we were
I
out of
thought
time.
we had like. yeah.
Start making up rules, Galt. You know we believe you now.
You
All
guys,
right, I'm going back to the.
you
I'm
guys,
going back
okay,
to the voice chat.
You guys started at 12, gents. All right,
No,
it's
we
up
didn't.
us.
Started at 11.
Yeah, no,
Don't blame me. I haven't slept.
okay. Remember, Gelt, you're an hour behind.
Okay.
That definitely okay. That totally makes a lot more sense why the scoring total was so low compared to my other games. All right. Going back to the voice chat.
Oh God.
That is so funny. That is so funny.
Bloody semifinals, Jesus.
The only problem is he's not going to believe a word Galt says for the rest of that game.
He'd be right.
So those who don't know, Gelt is German. He is an hour behind us, so he thought, yeah.
Aw.
Oh, Christ. Brad the Bread Bro? Yes, I am Brad the Bread Bro. If you give me a finely crafted loaf of artisanal bread and a compound butter, it will be finished. Make no mistakes. It will. Yeah, compound butter. For you guys who do not know what compound butter is, imagine butter and you put a bunch of good shit in it. That is compound butter. So garlic and herb butter is a classic compound butter, or one of my favorites,
I see.
bone marrow compound butter, aka meat
Ooh, I bet
butter.
that's-
Meat butter, baby. Okay, but with that little shenaniganery. Oh, Christ.
was the highlight of my morning.
It's like, we're done. It's like, you guys have an hour and a half left. Oh,
Do we?
yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. If you guys didn't know already, if you didn't believe me when I said this isn't a professional tournament, there you go.
There's nothing professional going on here.
Not even in the slightest bit. The only professional...
There's not a single thought.
No. The only thing professional about this stream is that everyone here is wearing pants. That is about it.
Oh,
I'm
I didn't
so
get that
glad.
memo.
Yeah, I'm so glad you took that.
Sign up for the Kickstarter. We make models. All right. Oh. Big turn here for the Grey Knights. I think those both Dread Knights are dead. Yeah. That's rough.
Ooh.
41 to 46 in favor of demons.
I don't know if he's gonna pull that out.
Mr. Dutchman, what are we thinking here?
I don't think he's gonna be able to pull that out now because did he take down any of the demons? Yeah, he took one.
He took down one Lord of Change. Shalaxi came in and wrecked shop, it would seem.
Shalaxi did the Shalaxi thing. That's not great.
He does still have those paladins. Paladins are still there. And he does still have Castle and Crow.
It's gonna be rough, to say the least.
His secondaries are investigate signals and attempting target. And then we have capture enemy outpost and still overwhelming force. He's not going to get capture enemy outpost. So we have that at least. Investigate signals is a good way to just grab points over the turn of a game.
Oh, that is a rough change. That switches around everything, because I actually thought they'd be able to take down at least 1 or 2 of the greater demons in their position.
They took down 1, but it turns out Shalaxi just came in and wrecked shop.
Shalaxi did the Shalaxi thing, yeah. They absolutely wreck anything they touch.
Yeah, that is rough. That is rough. He has 1 Paladin brick, he has a Terminator brick, and he still has Caster and Claw with half a Purifier squad. Not looking good for the Grey Knights. I didn't think she'd kill both of them. I'll be honest.
Yeah. She has a lot of attack, she does a lot of damage. If she hits well enough, you know, it's just...
That's enough. Rough. Very rough. We love the Praetorian bully boys. That we do. What battle are we watching? We are right now at Grey Knights versus Demons. This is the second semi-final. The other first one is Imperial Guard versus Demons. So those pink horrors seem to be going, which is nice, but... Kairos is at full, Shalaxi is basically at full, Great and Clean one also at full. Be'lakor is down to 12. So he could wipe out Be'lakor with, if he gets a good roll on those. Because those paladins are still there. So it is rough losing those 2 Grandmaster Dread Knights. But... he does still have this giant Terminator brick here. And those Terminators have hammers, I believe. No, they have Nemesis Force halberds, it would appear. Still do a good chunk of damage. It's not quite over yet for Mr. Brad, but it is definitely in favor of Demons at the moment. If you were the Grey Knights player, Mr. Dutch, how would you handle this?
Hold down those objectives with dear life. That blob right there could maybe take down 1 demon. But Shalaxi is so terrifying.
So,
God.
In terms of primaries, Brad is actually pulling ahead. Because
Nice.
he only has 1, Trevy that is, only has 1 under his control. Technically, I don't... What's this? The OC of 5? OC of 5. So that's 10. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no. So he is technically controlling this objective. Just barely, though. Brad can always teleport, shunt, cancel, and crow into Be'lakor. He can wipe out Be'lakor, then he can claim this objective, and that leaves Trevy with only the one objective. But it appears he's charging the purifiers into those brimstones. He does need to kill them, though.
Yeah.
Does seem kind of a waste. He also may want to consider moving these Terminators up, try and get some shots off on Be'lakor, maybe the Grid and Clean one. No, the aura though would affect that. That aura is nasty. Interesting game. Very interesting game. Very close game as well. I feel like secondaries are going to really be the determining factor here.
Yeah.
The investigate signals is good for Brad. He can get a good couple points on that. Overwhelming force. And let me give you a read real quick. Within the secondary. Okay, so Trevy needs to kill a unit within an objective marker. I believe he got that with the Dread Knights. But other than that, he may get that with the Paladins. But no, it's definitely very close game. A very, very close game. Alright, let us jump over back to our other game and see how God are faring.
Yes, sir.
So God trying to contest his objective. Bulgrins into this squad. I favor the Bulgrins. And then we have this Stormlord in melee against this Terminator break. He can take this objective if he uses this squad to try and take out those Deathwatch kill team. The center objective, I don't think he's going to be able to do anything about, if I'm being frank.
Yeah. It's gonna be quite rough.
He's still winning though, 29-38. Surprisingly. I guess his secondaries are really carrying him home. So, sorry, that would be Deathwatch. Deathwatch has 38. My mistake there on the upset end. So, yeah, 29-38. Deathwatch in ahead by about solid 9 points. Any ESCOM related issues today? Not yet. ESCOM thankfully has decided not to exist, so big ups for that. Escom, not today. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. So yeah, we're sitting pretty, chat, at the moment.
For now.
For now. Very, very importantly for now. Alright, I will be back in a bit, chat. Dutch, do something funny.
Can't put me on the spot like that. Wait, no. Hi, Chaz. How are we doing? Are we excited to see who the winner is? I think I know who's going to be the winner, but I'd like to see the Grey Knights pull through.
You also said the Blood Angels were going to trash the Grey Knights, so...
My estimations this tournament have not been amazing. I'm gonna be very honest about that. It's been a bit of a rough spot. You know, sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. It's just the way it is. So you know.
Just won't be taking you to the casino this week.
No, please don't. Also, just don't in general.
In this chat, what are the chats saying?
It's the most British way you've ever said that to me. What are the chats saying?
You are now You are the speaker now, Deutsch kind.
You bastard.
I'm not saying it. I'm just.
No, I know who's saying it. I know which person I need to look at that for that.
I can say I don't know that language. You can't blame me.
You I don't know what to do about this. I'm not entertaining. I'm a YouTuber, not a streamer.
I can only be entertaining in pre-arranged 10-minute segments.
Like, I need to think about my funny beforehand, right? Like the jokes don't come naturally. I can tell you that much. Like, I sit down at my desk and I'm like, what makes haha funny? and that's just what I do the entire day, every day. It's just I sit down at my desk and I'm like, what is haha funny? And then I work on that. Like, being funny is hard. Being funny on demand is even harder.
I would like 3 jokes. You have 20 seconds. The most unbelievable amount of pressure ever.
Pure Imperialis? No, I don't think I will tell about that. No, okay. So in essence, we are making, I've been looking at the Warhammer lore videos and shit like that for over a decade, and if you look at everything from a decade ago and until now, it is all the same. It is a moving image left and right, and a person talking in a deep voice. Even though it is quite attractive to listen to those voices, at some point, we as the creators should probably move on from making that kind of content and making a bit better content. So together with Tom here and a shitload of other creators, we have made our first many hot, amazing men that have worked on this project together with us.
And actually, a woman, chat.
Multiple, actually.
Multiple. We found them, chat. They are in fact real.
Women are real, I promise you. But
women are real, chat.
We have been working on creating what is generally a 1 hour long full animated movie. So 2.5D, trying our best at making it look as good as possible. Because why just make a moving image if you can put 20 moving images together? So stay on the lookout for that. It might come out next week. It might come out the week after. We will see. It's done when it's done. Because I'm trying to actually get you guys a perfected product. So thank you guys for being here, and I hope you also maybe watch the trailer at some point. You know, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. The fall of.
I don't believe you.
Channel.
Well, look, bro. Women are in fact real. I know, it's surprising. Surprised me very much so.
I've never seen one of them. I don't think you're right.
I do not believe you, Bradley.
I'm gonna go ask my wife about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of the
Hang on,
dudes
I
who are
can
not
ask right
only
now.
married. All right, so yeah, the one single dude is like, oh, women are real, bro. God damn it.
My wife can confirm that she thinks women are in fact real.
A bold,
The memes.
a bold statement, but I like her.
It's a bold strategy, Captain.
The simulation is bugged.
So, as we expected, the Ogrins did indeed nearly clean out this entire squad. So he has secured this objective. Looking here, I think he has OC here. I don't know if he does. But he may try, he's definitely going to try and control this. Getting the center one is going to be incredibly tough. He's trying though. He's trying. Lord bless him, he's trying.
You can't just put me on the thing like that. Just be funny. What the fuck does that mean? How am I supposed to do that?
What do you mean?
You just threw me in here. Just be like, go entertain the masses. I'm scared.
Skill issue.
Horrified. Fair point. Fair point. You got me there. You got me there. Fair point.
I was going for like 5 minutes to get melon.
Malone.
Mm-hmm. Favorite fruit, by the way, Char.
Salad.
Love watermelon. Strawberry is a close second. Apple in third.
Watermelon.
Mm-hmm. The situation is bugged. Panic, Lamau. Yeah, they recently released a new patch. They added women chat. Surprising, I know.
Oh.
Very contentious amongst the community. Yeah, women were always theorized. You know, law crafting to see if the women were indeed a thing. But now devs finally decided, you know what? We're going to add woman. New woman just dropped. Such a stupid bit.
Funny as shit. I'm sorry, that's funny as shit.
Mango is superior. Mango is a good fruit. Mango is very good fruit.
Dutch is about to laugh in 3, 2.
No.
Why is Dutch laughing?
He knows me too well.
I'll send it to you as well, man. This is. I was looking for a funny watermelon gif, and look what the second image that came up was.
I think I might know.
I shouldn't laugh at that, but it's pretty funny.
It's because, yeah.
Oh,
It's
it's
image of a
not
nice
supposed to.
ripe watermelon.
So funny, but I should have laughed at that.
If you actually type
Oh!
it in GIF as well, yeah.
If I wasn't
Type
on
it in
stream,
GIF.
if I wasn't on stream, if I wasn't streaming, oh god. I would put Dutch in a coma if I wasn't streaming. He knows why. You know why,
Kept
Dutch.
streaming, you'd put me in a coma. How about that?
Alright, guys.
I am.
50 gifted subbed it, or else Dutch is gonna end up in a coma.
I have a bad. I don't think people are going to sub to that. And they're just like, yes! I don't know if you've read my comments, but I have.
Mango is superior according to my narrow point of view.
Mango is good. I won't fault you there, Chief. Mango is pretty solid.
Well, do I really agree with that?
Looking into it, still pretty solid with our Deathwatch and God. God commanding presence at the moment, holding this top objective. The fight for the middle is going to be decided, but my money is on guard, is on Deathwatch rather, all the way to hold that center objective. How do you think God need to play this, Dutch?
He needs to just that Stormlord needs to get out of combat and needs to just start shooting shit. You know what is there for? It's a Stormlord, not a Beat Lord. Rest. He doesn't have that much left. He doesn't have much to do. The bully boys can go do clean up more stuff in the middle. That would be a good choice. But they need reinforcement or at least some kind of support. So.
You could have the Basilisk thrown in there.
You could start blamming the Basilisk on them, true. That would be a good choice, probably. Yeah, no, it's a rough matchup for him right now, because there's a lot of space. Oh, there's 2 main Space Marine squads remaining, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if he can clean out the one on the left, the one on the right isn't gonna do too much. So if you can get to the one on the right pinned with the Basilisk and then push off the Deathwatch in the middle board, he might have a chance at winning. That's also the only real way I can see it.
Also, if we take a look, his top squad, not looking too hot. The one holding his home objective, they have been significantly reduced. If he can get him off that home objective, that's no CP and it balances the primary points.
Yeah.
So rather big deal here. Basilisks are scary, chat. Neg 2 damage, Marine Killers. Though I don't think those Orins are going to have a chance to get into combat. They are hilariously slow.
Yeah, they need a Chimera or something to bring them up the boards. They need a taxi.
They do indeed need a taxi. Bully, a challenge. I love competition. God, I love that video. Now, where would I mount a stuffed head of a Winston? I love Teddy Roosevelt's my favorite. Like, if I could, like, all right, I'm gonna put this to chat and to you guys. If you guys could travel back in time with one dead person, who would it be? For me, it'd be Teddy Roosevelt, because that man is the man. He is Himosaurus Rex, right there.
I think I'm gonna refrain from answering this question.
Why? Why, Dutch?
Mine would be Stalin, because I just think it'd be really interesting to see.
I mean, there is that.
It'd just be super fucking interesting to see. I in no way or case support what he has done, or what he might do if we do that. But there's just something like I've always wondered about that, right? Because I'm not that much of a history buff, as you know. Like I know some history, but I'm about as dumb as a brick, so it doesn't really hit me like that. So I've always been interested in that. It's either that or oh fuck, what's his name? The Serbian one.
Serbian one? Gotta be more specific,
Serbian.
Chief.
Yeah, exactly.
You mean the founder, Stephen, of the Serbian Empire?
Tito, that's the one from Yugoslavia. I'd also like to meet that. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of sick. Some of my family things that are within that.
I live in
So,
SA. Money is a figment of imagination. Bro, I also live in SA. I feel you, Chief. Money ain't real, brother. I'ma hold you, Chief. Money ain't real.
I'll refrain from saying anything about that as a Dutch person. I
What
really
about
get
you?
to say anything about that.
What about you,
What
Tom?
about you, Tom?
I don't know. I'd have to think.
Hello?
Oh,
Hello?
visitors.
Good
Are
day.
you actually?
1 second. 1 second.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. That was short.
That reminds me.
Bradley.
Good day, gentlemen. Half an hour time warning.
Yes, I really do not have time left.
Meaning?
Yeah, Gelt's saying he has to go. That's just what he said.
Okay, so in that case, what turn are you on?
Turn 4, and currently he's definitely winning. With the secondary.
We still gotta calculate the full points total.
Is this
here,
the end of
'cause
turn
I
4?
got. We're halfway through turn 4. It's because
basically
it was.
done. The fighting
Oh no! Wait, never mind. Yeah, because you went first this game, so we are at the bottom of turn 4.
So it's if he scores the secondaries, which he does, he's at 37 to 28.
Yeah.
Okay, so as long as turn 4 is completely finished, we can call it
Yes, it is.
Okay.
here. Okay.
Cool.
So, math hammer it out, gentlemen. Have you already done that?
37 to 28.
Yeah, 37-28.
Okay. Alright, I would ask you, gentlemen, to join me in the commentator box. Please, thank you, for as long as you can.
I do not have time
All
left.
right. I'll join you.
Alright, gentlemen. Thank you very
I'm
much.
very sorry.
Alrighty.
No, Roy's brother, thank you for playing.
All right.
Yeah, thank
Have a
you.
good-
Thanks for the game, man.
I believe in you. You can win it.
Thanks, man. All
Good
right,
game,
see
good
ya.
game.
See ya.
Good game.
Good game.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have our first winner.
Oh.
Doge Hammer has taken it with the Imperial God beating Deathwatch at the end of turn 4. A grand total of 37 to 28. The Bully
Let's
Boys
go.
have made it, sir.
God! My boy, he's done it!
I've actually won a game. I'm so proud.
You're in the
What a
finals, Doge.
unit! What a unit!
Oh,
Absolute
oh my
unit!
god.
Built different.
I want to thank my family and I want to thank all my fans. I want to thank everybody who ever believed in me. Started from the bottom and now I'm here.
Oh my god, I am so incredibly happy to hear that.
All right,
It was
give
it
us
was tight there for a while.
give us a rundown, starting from
Okay,
your
it's-
initial thoughts and then going through the turns.
So again, this is the second army in this tournament now that I've had to face that has their units can deep strike in and out of combat. So that was a pain to deal with. No surprise, he took out a lot of my infantry. Like he took out more of my infantry than I think anybody else in the tournament has so far. But I think the big thing that swung it is he didn't really focus on the Stormlord at all until the very, very, like, nearing the end of the game. And it has a fat objective control of 8, so it was just able to lock down the left side of the board. I had that pretty firmly under my control for the majority of the game. And I just honestly got lucky with some of the secondaries that I drew. Like as soon as he wiped out one of my guardsman squads and I used the reinforced stratagem, I just conveniently drew the secondary that was like, oh yeah, here's free victory points if you have units in his deployment zone, and I was able just to plop them back there. So I got a few lucky draws and stuff like that, but it was a very, very fun game. First win, baby.
No, well
My
played,
boy
sir.
George has done it.
Well played.
They're just going, let's fucking.
So,
I can
Ladies
pay
and
rent this month. My back's not working out.
ladies and gentlemen, our first semi-finalist, Mr. Doge Hammer. Despite it all, from everything, definitely one of the fan favorites right here.
Oh shucks. Oh shucks. Again, I appreciate everybody who I bullied who actually did show up to the streams. Thank you, chat.
Well done, Mr. Doge.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Bradley.
Well fucking done, sir. Well fucking done.
Good job, Chief.
So
Well played.
do we still have game number 2 going on?
Game number 2 is still going on. Grey Knights versus Demons. Demons in the lead so far with 67 to 45.
All right, cool. I'll probably have to fight then. We'll see. Because yeah, my first 2 games we were tied like right up to the end, and then they were able to swing it right at the end. So we could see a swing. I don't know. I don't see the screen. But
Right
let me
now
open
we
up
are
the stream.
74 to 53. It is looking
so this is-
rough for your Grey Knights at the moment, though.
It's a bit of a gap. That greater demon. What is that? 5 greater demons.
5
Going
Grey
on. I know
Demons.
Kalros Fate Weaver was in there. There was a great unclean one. Yeah, that's gonna be tough to fight. we'll see how that goes.
It is going to be
I'm
rough
hoping-
to fight.
I'm hoping that even if I lose this next match, are we doing accumulated victory points to calculate the winner, or is it whoever wins the final match?
No, it's whoever wins the final. So accumulated victory points were to get out of brackets, semifinals and finals. It's just murder, baby.
Gotcha. All or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one to beat.
It is a very
You got
strong
it.
list.
I believe.
This might be the one time in the tournament where I regret not getting the Shadow Sword instead with the Volcano Cannon, because that at least could evaporate those demon princes. But
Actually, your Stormlord may be better. Bellicor has an 18.
you think so?
Yeah, he has an aura. You can't shoot him within 18.
Oh, that's right. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, I think the most annoying thing about that is I'm not going to be able to stifle his movements with the basilisks. Oh, that conniving little shit.
It is a very strong list.
It is. I'm kind of scared of it, but let's go.
You got it. I believe. You've won so far. Well, not winning, but one in the hearts of the people.
That's one win. I've got one win under my belt. That's one win more than I
you
thought I'd get in
won
this tournament.
the top bracket. Somehow.
Somehow.
Points
I am
points
just gonna-
matter, chat.
Yes, they do.
Don't know. Well, you made it to the finals.
I'm so proud.
I wasn't expecting this at all, but it's cool. It's cool. I'm really pulling, because when we were first showing off that gorgeous looking model, I was like, oh man, that looks really cool, but I'm no way. Now I'm like, that might be a sweet first place trophy. We'll see how it goes.
There's a chance. There's indeed
There's
a
a
chance.
chance. There's a chance.
I do believe.
Hell yeah.
You're the underdoge, and thus chat's favorite.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Underdoge.
It is though.
We have
Welcome back.
finished our game.
Oh, yeah,
Hey.
we finished that game.
Oh, well done, gentlemen. What was the final score?
75 for demons, 53 for the old Knights of Grey.
All right.
All right.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the semifinals. Meaning, we have the second victor, that being Mr. Trevy, aka Tactical Tortoise, pulling out a demonic win with 75 to the Grey Knights 53, rounding it out at the end of turn. Was it turn 4 or turn 5, gentlemen?
Yeah, we
I do
played the
not
whole
remember.
game. Yeah, so that was
I don't
that was end of round 5.
Turn 5. So that means the final, which will be in about half an hour, give or take, is going to be Doge of the Hammer with the Bully Boy Imperial Guard. Yes. Against Mr. Tactical Tortoise and his demonic Monster Mash.
Let's go.
Sick.
But before we get in, Mr. Trevy, what was your initial thoughts going into the game?
I knew it was going to be a tough one, mostly because I have to do a lot of melee, and Grey Knights, they just don't want to do that. They're not on the same page as me, so they run away when I try to melee them.
Yeah, we're antisocial. We don't want to.
It's just nerds. Sitting in your librarium all day.
Let me read my books on demons. God.
The demons are trying to invite you to the rave, dude. And you're like, no, I have homework to do.
I'm sorry. I don't want a physical. I don't want a physical examination. Sorry. I want to keep it to books, please.
Mr. Bradwick, what was your thoughts going into this?
Honestly, I had one plan only, and that plan almost worked. If it worked, I think I could have pushed this in my favor, but I generally thought in with the thing of a loss because, yeah, I didn't like my odds.
Mm-hmm. So, who had turn 1, gentlemen?
So I took first turn. I did. The Lords of Change did blow up a Nemesis Dread Knight top of one, that was a pretty big deal to like sort of mitigate the shooting a little bit. But otherwise, I had to, because all the Grey Knights could teleport around. I had to like stay in a little in a little ball basically, so that they didn't just come and charge me immediately.
All right, Grey Knight turn 1.
Yeah, my turn was mainly just deploying like a few units around on the nearby the objectives, and generally just set myself up for like charges. My main goal was once again to hopefully get Tactical Tortoise to separate his demons so I could 1 shoot at them and 2 get a good charge in. So yeah, I
shoot
mainly
with one of the most devastating weapons in the Imperial Arsenal, the Stormbolter.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
Basically 100% of the damage that I took in the first 2 games.
Stormbolter surprisingly was the best weapon in my arsenal.
Yeah. At one point, I think the Paladin squad fired, and they shot all their side cannons, and they shot all their special weapons, and then did stone nothing. And then the Stormbolters did like 3 or 4 damage to Bellicor.
Yeah, the side cannons did absolutely nothing, and then the Stormbolters did something. And I'd like to say once again, Crow was an absolute failure in this game.
As he usually is.
Has he usually? Yes.
Poor lad.
The Crow threw. I put my loss on Crow. He threw.
Yeah, he got into melee with 4 Brimstone Horrors, and it turns out that his Demon Sword and the Brimstone Horrors had like gone to college together, so they were best buds, and he did no damage.
Yeah,
unfortunate.
And then a guy with a knife killed 3 of them.
Yeah, then the dude with the incinerator just punched them to death. Who needs Nemesis Force weapons when you have the power of the Almighty Fist?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, you see, he was from Gwenath. That's that simple.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
That's my part.
I will say that what really gave me hope was, what turn was it? Was it turn 2 or 3 when Shalaxi popped down Schnickelax?
Yeah, so turn 2, you'd put Castle and Crow up on the corner objective.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't like just go charge them because they'll just miss of Deimos. But the one thing that demons can do is with Bellicor, they can deep strike 6 inches away from you. So Bellicor like moved just outside 9 and dumped Shalaxi right next to you, and then she just failed her charge with a reroll.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Shalaxi failed 2 6-inch charges.
Ooh.
And then they stood there and shot her for a bunch of wounds, and so she charged him again and failed again with a reroll.
That's rough.
My 500 point combat monster just
but
stood in the open for a full battle round doing nothing.
It was funny. What really gave me hope was also in turn 2 when I came down with 2 Dread Knights, and I charged them, and I managed to wipe out his load of change. And they were going straight. If they had survived a little longer, they would have gone straight to Kairos.
Yeah.
But luckily, he
Kairos he did wield his big dumb stick like a boss though. He plowed one of them for like 6 damage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did. He managed to kill him with shoot. They killing the remaining 2 with shooting, and that was really the that was really when I knew I lost, because that was my only Hail Mary. That was my only thing I was banking on, was my Dread Knights managing to punch through Kairos.
Yeah, that was a real roller coaster ride. The Shalaxi was over on my side, failing 16 charges, and both the Dread Knights made their charges out of Deep Strike.
Yeah.
There's no justice in this world. But then
I did forget to mention that. Didn't Crow make an 11-inch charge?
He did, yeah, to kill the Brimstone Horrors. He made an 11-inch charge with never.
Yeah, he made an 11-inch charge to kill the Brimstone Horrors and killed none of them.
Very
I like to imagine doing. I like to imagine doing the battle. It was just this solo incinerator guy running at them with a knife.
Yeah. He's just he's got war paint on, and he's just screaming a blood curdling battle cry. All the demons are running scared from Punchy guy.
Make a corn demon blush.
Yeah, just covered in the blood of Sisters of Battle.
Ugh.
That's what happened. That's what happened. We covered our Greynet and Sisters of Battle blood. That's why our rolls were so good.
Yeah, it worked.
I hate that law. I hate that so much.
I hate it too. I'm glad. I'm pretty sure it's retconned anyway. So.
Oh god. But I imagine the next turn was when everything went a little downhill for the Grey Knights.
Yeah, it was a little spicy. Kairos, I know you're really excited about killing Kairos, but he did stone cold nothing the entire game. He and the Lord of Change fired into a Terminator squad for 3 consecutive turns, and killed 1 model every turn who just got regenerated by the Apothecary. I could not stop rolling once to save my life. So the Nemesis Dread Knights came in, engaged Kairos. He had to shoot at the one he wasn't fighting because his weapon's blast, so he can't shoot it into melee. He did nothing. He missed, or he failed to wound 4 out of 5 wound rolls. But Shalaxi came through and rolled like a god, and I think plowed that dude for 8 damage with her guns, and then Be'lakor is able to kill him with devastating wounds. And that let Shalaxi kill the other Dread Knight in the same turn. So we got both Dread Knights in 1 turn, and then it was tough, I think, at that point for the little infantry to kill the greater demon. So they just gotta kind of run around and do whatever they wanted.
Yeah, like I said, it was once my Dread Knights were gone. It was I had no hope left. I was just going for, like I said, I was going for a moral victory, trying to kill Be'lakor.
Yeah, almost got him too. Castellan, Crow's Stormbolter shot him for 4 damage.
Nice. What the fuck?
I'm just saying.
Very good.
If Crow didn't throw and he actually made his 9-inch charge, I could have killed Be'lakor. But once again, Crow. Once again, I'm blaming everything on Crow. He failed his 9-inch charge.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Horrible.
Yeah, the funny thing was when they're on the table, I shot them a little bit, so I brought them below half strength, so they get +1 to wound on all their attacks. So they're shooting into the greater demons is actually not too bad because they shoot
I'm
shoot 6 times a model, right? And wounding on 5.
No, 4 times a model. Actually, 4
Stormbolters plus the 2 flame shots, right?
Yeah.
So
the 6 model wounding a greater 5, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, they shoot 1 billion times.
They do shoot 1 billion times.
Sure. All
1
billion attack.
But gentlemen, well played, very well played. Very close game, very good game, very fun game to watch. Very good game.
Yeah.
Well done, gentlemen.
I'm happy with how I dealt, but anyway, I will be going now because I'm going to help my dad walk the dog.
I'll take it, son. Right,
Have a good dog walk. Thanks for the game, man.
Yeah, good game.
GG, well played.
Good game. I really enjoyed it. Good game.
Yeah, same here. Cheers.
Good job this tournament.
Yeah. Good luck, Doge. You're fighting demons. I would love to impart knowledge on demons with you, but that is classified info.
That's classified.
That's
Yeah.
right info.
You already tried. You already tried game 1.
He's right.
Yep, I already tried game 1.
Oh,
But anyway, I'll see. Goodbye, lads.
Get up.
Have a
Goodbye.
good game. Doge Hammer, win this for me, will you?
Gotta do it. Yeah, just for you.
I'm banking
and for,
on you now.
And for
I'm
chat.
banking on you. Yeah, I'm banking on you. I'm banking on you now.
Speaking
Don't worry,
of that,
Oh boy,
chat.
Demons can,
this.
I'm just saying, demons can be beat with the power of friendship.
Hell yeah.
No,
All right,
Hell yeah.
goodbye.
Let's go.
Anyway, chat. You guys heard it here first. The finals is Doge Hammer versus Tactical Tortoise. That will be beginning at 3 o'clock in approximately 40 minutes. We gotta give these fellas a break, let them chill out a bit, get some water, get some Doge treats, let them chill for a bit, and then we'll be back at 3 for the final! And we will decide whether it is being shipped to the west or the east of America. I assume. I don't know. It's going to America though.
Hell yeah.
Going to this side of the world. There we go.
Very good. Anyway, we'll be back later. Chat, love y'all. Y'all take care, and we will see you